Yes, Roma wines taste better because only Roma selects from the world's greatest wine reserves for your pleasure. And now, Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, Roma Wines present Suspense.
Tonight, Roma Wines bring you Mr. Lloyd Nolan in Green-Eyed Monster, a suspense play produced, edited, and directed for Roma Wines by William Spear.
Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills, is presented for your enjoyment by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Those better-tasting California wines enjoyed by more Americans than any other wine. For friendly entertaining, for delightful dining. Yes, right now a glassful would be very pleasant, as Roma Wines bring you Lloyd Nolan in a remarkable tale of suspense.
I got to sleep pretty late. I'd been reading a book about the Civil War, and I got interested in the section on Gettysburg. There was some material there I hadn't known about. I didn't sleep very well, even after I had turned off the bed light. You know, when you're accustomed to having someone else in the house, it's a sort of an uneasy feeling to know that you're alone. I remember hearing the clock in the front room strike 4. Then I must have fallen asleep. I was dreaming, as I recall it, about a very bloody battle between the blue and the gray, when the alarm clock went off. It was set for 7 because I knew I'd had a busy day ahead. It took me a little while to realize what it was, because in the dream at that moment I'd invented a bell that scared the opposing forces right off the field. It was nice and quiet then. I lay warm in bed for a while, trying to remember my dream and not succeeding. When I did remember that I was alone in the house, that Margaret wasn't there to wake me up if I dozed off for just a few more minutes. I'd just gotten out of bed when the telephone made a loud, early morning noise. I shoved my feet halfway into some slippers and muttered down the hallway. Yes?
Sorry to disturb you. Is this Michael Dawson?
It's a little early, but I think so.
Do you drive a Pontiac convertible license number 99R479?
Yes.
Where's your car now, Mr. Dawson?
It's right in front of the house. What's up?
Will you look and see if it's there?
Say, who is this?
Police Department, Sergeant O'Connor.
Oh, well, just a minute. I thought it's awfully early in the morning for this to happen. It's awfully hard to think clearly when you haven't had a cup of coffee or a cigarette. I walked to the front window and my car wasn't there. And I went back to the phone, still thinking how hard it is to think clearly when it's early in the morning. Hello?
Yeah, right here, Mr. Dawson.
It's gone, the car.
I just wanted to be sure. Your car was stolen last night, Mr. Dawson. It's pretty badly banged up. You insured?
Well, I think so. I don't know.
I suggest you report the theft to the insurance company and come down to the police garage with a pink owner's slip.
Oh, all right. I'll be down as soon as I can. I got dressed, made coffee, drank it, had a cigarette, and I called Tommy Castle, my insurance man. I told him that the Pontiac had been stolen and what the cop had told me to do, and he said he'd drive me down to the garage. I had the pink slip on the desk, and I took it with me. It was 7:45 when Tommy picked me up in front of the house. We drove down to the police station and started walking around to the garage.
You don't need to worry, Mike. You're very well covered. Now, aren't you glad that you took all the insurance I recommended?
Well, I suppose so.
Because you're very well covered.
Well, that's swell, but if it's completely wrecked, where am I going to get another car?
They can probably fix it like new, and it won't be long before the market will be flooded with new cars.
Mr. Dawson?
Yes.
Sergeant O'Connor.
Oh.
Car's over there, Mr. Dawson.
Where? Oh, yeah. Oh, I see it. Pretty smashed up.
Now, let's look it over very closely, Mike.
What a mess. Well, it serves me right for leaving it out in the street all night. Now, never would have happened if my wife had been home.
No, Margaret is more thorough than you are, Mike.
Is Mrs. Dawson a blonde, about 5'3"?
Oh, yes. Why, do you know her?
Is that your wife, Mr. Dawson?
Stuffed in the trunk of the car was Margaret. She was wearing the same dress she'd had on the date. Tuesday it was. The day she'd gone to visit her mother. The whole scene was very clear. I can remember easily. Her face was smudged, and I thought she wouldn't like to be seen with her face dirty. And her clothes were badly rumpled. And just below the left shoulder blade, sticking up straight from her back, was the handle of a brass letter opener. I started to weave a little then.
Hey, you all right, Mr. Dawson?
Easy, Mike, easy. Come over here and sit down.
Oh, I'm all right. Please, I'm all right.
Sorry I told you that way, but we had reasons.
Reasons? Well, it seems to me that you could have been a little
Who
more...
could have done it? I wanted to kill Margaret. She had a few little faults the same as all of us. Who would want to kill her for them?
Here, now, here. Come on, sit down, sit down.
Looks like our local Jack the Ripper again. Stabbing, the whole general setup.
She never did anyone any harm.
You better take him home.
In a minute. Let him sit here a
Poor
while.
Margaret. Poor little blonde Margaret. I did that pretty well, don't you think? Because I wasn't surprised at all. I'd planned the whole morning. I didn't think it would all happen that early, but I knew it would happen. You see, I had stolen my car and left it wrecked for the police to find. And in the trunk of my car, I'd stuffed the body of my wife, Margaret, who I had stabbed in the back at 4:30 Tuesday afternoon.
For Suspense, Roma Wines are bringing you Lloyd Nolan in Green-Eyed Monster. Roma Wines' presentation tonight in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Between the acts of Suspense, this is Truman Bradley for Roma Wines. More Americans enjoy Roma than any other wine. Yes, Roma is America's favorite wine, for everyday pleasure, for gracious hospitality. Because in Roma you enjoy the important difference of better wine, extra goodness in fuller bouquet, richer body, and better taste. And there's a reason Roma wines taste better. First, Roma selects California's choicest grapes. Then, with ancient skill and America's finest winemaking resources, Roma master vintners guide this grape treasure unhurriedly to tempting taste perfection. These choice wines are placed with mellow Roma wines of years before. And from these reserves, the world's greatest reserves of fine wines, Roma later selects for your pleasure. Discover for yourself the finer quality, the better taste of Roma California wines. Tomorrow, enjoy a glass of Roma sherry, port, or muscatel. You'll agree that Roma wine is your best buy in good taste. That's R-O-M-A, Roma, the better tasting wine.
And now, Roma Wines bring back to our Hollywood soundstage Lloyd Nolan as Michael Dawson and Kathy Lewis as his wife Judy in Green-Eyed Monster, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
I was, of course, the prime suspect in the murder of my wife, Margaret. The only thing was that there had been a series of crimes in my neighborhood during the last couple of months, crimes that all followed a general pattern. And since I was clever enough to fix Margaret's murder so that the death was as neat as the others had all been, it was decided at the coroner's inquest that the murder had been committed by a person or persons unknown, by which they meant the Jack the Ripper character that was running around loose. And I wasn't held. I waited a decent week after it was all over, and then I called Judy. My Judy. Oh, she was so beautiful. She was tall and brunette and willowy and beautiful, with the loveliest green eyes you ever saw. She answered the phone right away and said she'd be right over. Coming, honey. You're the most beautiful thing in the world.
I'll bet you say that to all the girls.
Come here.
My. Really, everybody in the street will see us.
Oh, it's okay. Say, where'd you get that dress?
An old aunt gave it to me. It didn't fit her anymore.
Mm-hmm. Fits you.
Thank you.
Come on in. In the kitchen.
Have you a new recipe for poached eggs?
No, I want to tell you something.
A story, Mike, so early?
A story, a beautiful story about a lovely brunette and a guy who's nuts about her.
Who could you mean?
Come here, will you?
You're very friendly today.
Well, you shouldn't have worn that dress.
This is the way it affects you. I wear it all the time.
Have you missed me?
Sure.
Have you missed me a lot?
Naturally.
You love me, don't you?
Of course I love you. You rehearsing for your bar exam?
Come on. Sit down there.
All righty, I'll sit down here.
Cup of coffee?
A cup of coffee.
Okay. There you are.
Don't you want some?
No.
Sworn off?
No, I have something to tell you.
I'm sorry about your wife.
Yeah, it was quite a blow.
I'll bet.
What do you mean by that?
I thought you said you loved me.
Well, I do.
Then you aren't too sad about Margaret, are you?
Well, it's a shame that she had to end up that way. You know how those things are.
Give me a kiss and stop talking so much.
New perfume?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you get it?
Oh.
Where'd you get it?
Well, really? Do you own me or something?
I want to know where you got that perfume.
Sit down and relax. What's the matter with you?
I ought to slap your face.
You do, and I'll slap you right back.
Oh, Judy, I love you.
Of course you do.
Well, that's what I want to know. I get jealous.
Naturally.
Do you love me?
Sure.
But you don't act like you love me.
Do you want me to gaze at you with great fawn eyes?
No, of course not.
What do you want?
I want you to tell me that you love me.
Why?
Because
Go on.
well, I've proven how much I want you. I think that you should return the feeling.
How have you?
Have what?
Proven how much you want me.
Why, by telling you over and over again that I love you, by loving you more than Margaret. Why?
By killing Margaret?
What?
You heard me.
What makes you think I killed Margaret?
Didn't you?
Now, look, Judy. Now, this is a pretty tough way to treat me.
Didn't you?
Yes.
Then I love you. Kiss me, Mike.
She loved me. She really loved me. That's all I cared about, all I could think about. Oh, she was so wonderful. We got a little house in Glendale and were married out there where nobody knew us. And then that first evening, the first hour almost, that we were alone together in our own home, somebody came to the door. Well, it was Tommy Castle. He barged in. He talked and talked about
I'm your friend,
insurance.
Mike. And yours too, Mrs. Dawson. That's why I feel it's my privilege, yes, my duty to talk to you this way. Now, I'm the last one in the world who wants to stir up any unhappy memories, but, well, if you remember, Mike, I urged you repeatedly to take out a joint life insurance policy on yourself and on your, that is the farmer...
You mean Margaret?
Yes, thank you. Well, you know what happened?
What happened, Mr. Castle?
Why, he never took out the insurance. And so when Margaret, she simply wasn't insured.
Maybe that's just as well, Mr. Castle.
Well, I'm afraid I don't follow you, Mr.
Well,
Dawson.
if Mike had collected any insurance when Margaret was killed, those silly policemen, you know how they are. They might have thought Mike had some
Judy?
reason.
Well, as I was saying, now you two are just married. A whole new life ahead for you, and now's the time to think about the future.
Now, listen, I don't like this whole conversation. This is no way to talk to a man on his wedding day.
But Mike, that's where you're wrong, my boy. This is just the way to talk to a man on his wedding day. Now, can I talk to you for just a second, Mike, privately? No, please don't go, Mrs. Dawson. This will only take a second.
Now, listen, Tommy, this is our wedding day.
Mike, listen to me. You ought to sign an application on Judy's life. Why, do you know how many women are killed in automobile accidents every year? And here in Los Angeles, this Jack the Ripper character only kills women, you know.
All right, let me sign it. And please, Tommy, will you?
Why, sure. Yeah, there we are. Of course, you'll have to take a physical examination, but that'll be nothing to a youngster like you know. Folks, I can't tell you how much this is going to mean to you when... Now, what did I do with my hat? Oh, yeah, there it is. I can't tell you how much this is going...
Castle, are you going straight back into town?
Yes, I am. Anything I can do?
I think I'll ride in with you if you don't mind.
Well, yeah, I'd be delighted.
Oh, Judy.
I'm sorry, Mike. I forgot to tell you. An old girlfriend of mine called me today. She's in town just the one night, and I told her I'd see her.
But, Judy, it's
I know, but just one of those things, dear. Are we ready, Mr. Castle?
Yeah, ready? Sure, I'm ready.
Don't worry, darling. Don't wait up.
Well, I just stood there. I didn't know what to say or what to do. Our wedding night. I moved the curtain aside and watched her go down the walk with Tommy. She was holding onto his arm real tight, too tight. She smiled up at him. I went into the living room and tried to read Sandberg's Lincoln. It's quite a book, 5 big volumes. Oh, but I couldn't read. By midnight, I was in a blind rage. I was going to get in the car and go look for her. I was going to call the police. And a minute later, I was in a cold sweat of fear that something might have happened to her. And then back to a blind, scalding jealousy again. Finally, it got to be 3:30 in the morning.
Hello?
Tommy? Is that you, Tommy?
Huh? Oh, Mike, I just came in. I heard the phone ringing and ran up the stairs. I'm a little out of breath.
Where's Judy?
Huh? Judy? Oh, you mean the missus? What? I don't know. Didn't she?
Where did you see her last?
Why, I let her out at sunset on Western, and that was about...
Oh, you did you?
Well, of course I did. Good gosh, Mike, you don't think that I...
Well, darling, I told you not to wait up.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
I know, darling. I'm sorry. Poor Ethel wanted to talk about her troubles. I just couldn't bear to leave. I smell coffee.
Poor Ethel. This was our wedding night.
Darling, you're white as a sheet, and you're trembling.
But sure I am. Wondering about at this hour and this Jack the Ripper character.
What was that?
Where have you been? What have you been doing?
Well, I just told you, Ethel Darcy...
Now listen to me. Listen. If you ever do a thing like this again...
Now, darling, you listen to me. You're not going to try to run my life for me, are you?
Your life? I'm thinking about our life. I'm thinking about the...
Mike, that's what I'm thinking about, our life. And that's not all I'm thinking about.
Well, all right then.
I'm thinking about Margaret.
Margaret?
You mustn't be like this, darling. You must promise me not ever again. Because I don't think Margaret would like it.
She couldn't have made it much plainer, could she? And that's the way it was. From then on, my life was a nightmare. Someone you're crazy in love with and crazy jealous of. Wondering where they are, who they're with. Not able to do a thing about it. Sometimes I'd think it was getting better. It was going to be all right. She'd stay at home for days at the stretch or a couple of weeks. And then it would begin all over again. She'd just take the car and go. Always some girlfriend, she said. Girlfriend. Well, finally, I guess I did go a little crazy. I had to know one way or the other. So one night when she was getting ready to go out, I went to the garage. I jimmied the lock on the trunk compartment of the car so she couldn't be snapped shut again, and I crawled in, pulled the lid down after me. I must have been crazy because it never even crossed my mind until I was lying in there all scrunched up in the dark about the last time anybody'd been in there. I mean, Margaret. She drove for quite a while. It almost seemed as though she was just cruising around. I mean, not heading for any place in particular. Finally, she stopped. I heard her get out of the car and go in somewhere. When I was sure she'd gone, I cracked the lid of the trunk open and looked out. It was dark. She was going into a crummy little cafe. She was in there a long time. And when she came out, there was somebody with her. It was a girl.
There we are. No trouble. I'll drive you home. It's kind of a long ways. I could get a taxi. I don't mind. Go ahead, get in. Well, thanks.
So it was a girlfriend. This time, anyway. And then the car was stopping. I cracked the lid of the trunk again. It was a nice night. The convertible top was down, and I heard it all.
But this isn't the way. Why are we stopping?
You'll find out. Get out.
Get out?
Don't argue. Get out.
Hey, if this is your idea of a joke or something, all I can say...
As the car roared off, I had a glimpse of it lying there by the road. The girl's body, with a knife in the back, dead. After the car was back in the garage, it seemed as though I lay in that dark trunk for hours, shaking, trembling all over. After a while, I crawled out of the trunk all cramped and stiff and went into the house. And there she was in bed. She looked at me with those half-closed eyes. Those lovely, lovely green eyes. And then she turned over with a little sigh and was fast asleep. As I lay there in bed staring into the darkness, the only answer that seemed to make any sense was that I was losing my mind because of what I'd done to Margaret, maybe. That I'd imagined the whole thing. But the next morning, there it all was in the papers. More murder pictures. Fiend strikes again. Fiend. That was my Judy. My lovely, wonderful Judy. The woman I was in love with. From then on, I watched her like a hawk. Day and night, I never let her out of my sight. I hardly slept at all. I did things like letting the air out of the tires so she couldn't use the car. Like hiding everything in the whole house that was sharp or pointed. Knives, ice picks, scissors, letter openers. And Judy, she was wonderful. Calm, serene, apparently without the faintest idea of what was in my mind. I watched her, and I began to think what I had before. Somehow it must have been a terrible mistake. That was what I was thinking last night.
Here we are. I brought you some tea and Melba toast, darling.
Oh.
You're looking better, I think.
Well, thanks. Thanks, Judy.
By the way, whatever happened to that letter opener? The new one we used to have on the desk.
The what?
The letter opener.
What do you want it for?
Open letters, silly. First of the month. There's a stack of bills in there that high.
You're not thinking of going out, are you?
You don't know where that letter opener is?
No. No, I don't.
I guess I can find something else that will do just as well.
I had the letter open, of course, but I didn't tell her. I didn't dare. I could feel it inside my inside pocket as I lay there on the couch in the den where I could watch the front hall and the living room door. I heard her fussing around upstairs for a while, and then she came down, and I heard the back door close. She was going to the garage. As I got up, I could feel the letter opener pressing against my side. There was a terrible pain in my head. I don't know exactly what happened after that. And the next thing, the phone was ringing, and it was morning. I got up off the couch, and I stumbled out into the hall to answer. I'm always groggy in the morning, but before I've had my coffee and a cigarette, but this morning it was as though I'd been drugged or something. I couldn't think at all. Hello.
Mr. Dawson? Michael Dawson?
Yeah.
You drive a Pontiac convertible license number 99R479?
Yeah, I think that's the number. Why?
Well, we've got your car, Mr. Dawson. Your insurance agent, Mr. Castle's down here already.
Oh, yes.
We'd like you to come down here right away and bring your pink owner's slip.
Oh, wait, who's this?
This is the police department.
I was still pretty much in a fog when I got down there. I couldn't quite figure things out. My car must have been stolen again. Really stolen this time. Wrecked, I suppose. And where was Judy? Maybe she'd wrecked it. Or maybe they'd caught her. No, but then they'd have told me about it, not just asked about the car. Tommy met me outside. He must have been waiting for me.
How you feeling, old man?
All right, I guess.
I'm afraid you're in for kind of a shock.
Why, is it pretty bad?
Pretty bad.
Oh, there he is now. Mr. Dawson?
Yes.
Come this way, please. Is, that your car, Mr. Dawson?
Yes. Yes, but it isn't wrecked. There doesn't seem to be anything the matter with it at all.
Lift up the trunk, will you, Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
She was lying in there with her head twisted around, staring at me with those lovely, sightless green eyes. Dead. Judy. My Judy. And the letter opener was in her back.
He'll come around in a minute. You better get a stenographer in. He'll probably want to make a statement now.
You all right now, old man?
Yeah, sure.
We can't pay the insurance, of course, you know. You understand that.
Insurance?
The life insurance on Judy. But I'll get you a lawyer, do anything I can.
Lawyer?
Don't you think you're going to need one, Mr. Dawson?
Oh, I'll take care of all of that.
One accident, that's one thing, but two wives, both in your car. Now there's your letter opener with your fingerprints on it. It won't go, Mr. Dawson, not anymore.
Oh.
And then, of course, there are all the others, 7 of them that you killed in the last 3 months.
That I killed?
Now, Mr. Dawson, you're not going to give us any trouble, are you?
No. No, I'm not going to give you any trouble. Well, I guess I killed her all right. I must have. I didn't kill the others, of course, but I confessed to them I was glad to. I'd rather have them think that it was me than Judy. My beautiful green-eyed Judy. Well, I've got lots of time to read. I'm almost through the 3rd volume now of that Life of Lincoln. Only 2 more volumes to go. They're pretty long, pretty thick, but I think I'll make it. Just about.
Suspense.
Presented by Roma Wines. R-O-M-A. Roma, America's favorite wines. This is Truman Bradley bringing back for a curtain call our suspense star of the evening, Lloyd Nolan. Lloyd, ever since I saw you in Lady in the Lake, I've been wanting to ask you how you liked acting directly into the camera. You know, talking and looking right at the lens as if it were an individual.
Well, I really enjoyed it, but it was a little tough. Acting is easier when you're talking to another person. It sort of helps to watch his reactions, see his expressions change as you deliver the lines, you know.
Well, Lloyd, if you like to watch reactions, just try this idea, will you? To see your friends' expressions reflect pleasant anticipation, serve them Roma California Sherry from this hamper of Roma wines. Yours to enjoy with the compliments of Roma, the greatest name in wine.
Well, thanks, Truman. I will.
I'm sure you'll find, as I do, that everyone enjoys Roma Sherry. For this golden amber, fragrant wine with its tempting nut-like taste is so good so many ways. Roma Sherry is the perfect first call to dinner, the ideal start to a pleasant meal every day. And Roma Sherry is delightful and right for friendly entertaining any time.
That's right, Truman. Roma Sherry is always the best of taste.
Yes, Roma Sherry does taste better because Roma selects the better-tasting wines from the world's greatest wine reserves. That accounts for the delightful difference in Roma wines. The fuller bouquet, richer body, and the better taste. That's why more Americans enjoy Roma than any other wine.
That's 3 very good reasons, Truman. Well, thank you and good night.
Lloyd Nolan appeared through the courtesy of 20th Century Fox, producers of the late George Apley. Tonight's suspense play was written by Elliot Lewis and Robert Richards. Next Thursday, same time, you will hear Mr. Richard Conte as star of Suspense.
Produced and directed by William Spear for the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Roma Wines present
Suspense.
Roma Wines, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
Salud.
Your health, senor.
Roma Wines toast the world. The wine for your table is Roma Wine, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
This is the man in black, here for the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California, to introduce this weekly half hour of Suspense. Tonight in Hollywood, Roma Wines bring you a distinguished all-feminine cast of stars headed by Margot, Miss Elsa Lanchester, and Miss Janet Beecher. The suspense play which stars these ladies, and which is produced and directed by William Spear, is called Finishing School. Despite the absence of male participants in Ethel Lena White's story, we can promise you there is nothing dainty about the proceedings. And so, with Finishing School, and with the performances, in the order of their appearance, of Margot as Caroline Watts, of Janet Beecher as Melody, and of Elsa Lanchester as Dean Sterling, Roma Wines again hope to keep you in suspense.
I can see them so vividly now, just as I saw them the very first time. Those high stone ivy-draped walls of Miss Nash's School for Girls. And the first person who greeted me, that amiable soul, Miss Melody. I can see her, too. It was she, in fact, who showed me into my new room and who stood there watching me a moment, smiling.
This is your first teaching job, isn't it?
How did you know?
Well, if you've been around nothing but teachers for 30 years, you'd know, too. Let me guess now. Your subject is either French or... No, it's sport.
On the nose. What's your subject, Miss Melody?
Mine?
Come in.
Caroline Watts?
Yes?
I'm Miss Sterling, the dean. Welcome to the Nash School.
Oh, how do you do, Miss Sterling? I've been looking forward to meeting you.
Thank you. I wanted you to know about the general faculty meeting in my office at 3 this afternoon. I'll see you then.
At 3 o'clock?
Oh,
Yes.
Melody.
Yes, Sterling.
Miss Nash is a little concerned about the new students. You might just check up on supplies for the 3rd floor.
It's already taken care of.
Oh, very well.
I should answer your questions, Watts. You see, my subject is housekeeping.
Oh, I didn't know. I just supposed that you were one of the teachers.
I was, up until a year ago, when Miss Penelope passed away.
Oh, yes, that was Miss Nash's sister.
No changes like that are inevitable, I suppose. As inevitable as, well, that ugly rumor. and the
Ugly
fact
rumor?
about Miss Penelope's death.
But I hadn't heard any rumor or anything about her death.
Oh, then I'm sorry, Miss Watts. I assumed you were that familiar with the school.
What was the rumor, Miss Melody?
Oh, it was nothing really, not even worth repeating. But I imagine I'll
Wait,
get
Miss
her-
Melody. Look, I'll hear about it sooner or later.
Well, it was just a silly, stupid tale. But somehow it got around that Miss Nash's sister had been frightened to death.
This, then, was Caroline Watts' introduction to the Nash Institution, a place which future events proved to be, with a vengeance, a finishing school. Thus, the prologue for tonight's tale of suspense. The narrative will be resumed in a moment. But first, let's take a little journey.
We'll journey to a capital in Latin America. Here at a gay legation party on a lantern-hung terrace beside a garden pool. Listen.
Everything is perfect at your wonderful party, including this exquisite wine. It is a wine that helps to bring back pleasant memories.
I, of course, agree. It helps good friends such as us to appreciate good food, too. And this sherry has come far to add enjoyment to our legation party. It is of the famous vineyards of California in the faraway United States. See? It is the celebrated Roma wine.
Yes, Roma wines are prized in other countries for the great enjoyment their superb quality affords. They are esteemed as something rare, a luxury. But you in America may enjoy Roma fine wines in all the variety of types as an inexpensive everyday delight. So trifling in cost are these fine Roma wines here in America that you can be a most generous host, offering to each of your guests his or her favorite, a delicious tangy California sherry, a fine California claret or burgundy, or a heavier, sweeter California port. You'll be delighted to learn from your dealer at what small cost you can get an assortment of several types, permitting you now to boast of your private wine cellar. Ask for Roma, R-O-M-A, America's largest selling wine. Roma wine, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
And now it is with pleasure that Roma Wines bring back to our soundstage Margot, Elsa Lanchester, and Janet Beecher in Finishing School, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Frightened to death. Miss Nash's sister. Well, if I had known then what I know now, I would have been able to judge with real accuracy the importance of Miss Melody's remark. But the excitement of my first classes left little room for other thoughts. A week or so later, out on the athletic field, one of my students, Flora Nash, the niece of the owner, became quite ill. I sent her to the infirmary, but within 10 minutes she had returned. Miss Sterling, she said, had ordered her back. I was furious, and, well, I told her I was going to have it out with that woman.
Miss Watts, wait. I know it isn't my place to say this, but please, for your own sake, don't antagonize Sterling.
Oh, now, really?
I tell you, I know what I'm talking about. Listen, you know Miss Melody, don't you?
Of course.
Miss Watts, she practically started this school with my two aunts. When Miss Penelope died, everybody thought she'd move up to take her place. But she didn't. Somehow or other, Sterling saw to it she was left with the job of housekeeper. Miss Watts, don't have any trouble with that woman. Please.
Oh, all right, Flora. I'll go see Miss Nash.
Oh, no.
Why, Flora, Miss Nash is your own aunt.
But Sterling would find out. Please, you mustn't.
Oh, I never heard such nonsense in all my life. Hurry straight to bed. I went to the top floor of my building and entered the small waiting room of Miss Nash's quarters. It was empty, but just opposite was the door to the private apartment, almost halfway open, and I walked over to it, ready to announce myself. Then I stopped, dead still.
Penelope.
For it was then that I heard...
Are you there, Miss
Sterling's
Penelope?
voice.
We're almost in touch. Yes, I hear her now. Very faint, but nearer. Nearer.
It was an incredible sight.
Penelope.
Seated at a table wholly unlike the elderly but austere white-haired lady I'd seen before was Miss Nash. Her eyes were closed, and swaying gently, she seemed utterly transfixed as she listened to Dean Sterling's low murmur.
We're here, Miss Penelope. We're waiting. Yes. Speak to her, Miss Nash. Speak to her now.
Oh, all right. Can you hear us, Penelope? Miss Sterling says you have predicted some tragic accident for another of our loved ones.
And then Sterling turned toward me.
What are you doing here?
I'm sorry. I wanted to speak
This
with
is not
Miss
the
Nash.
time or the place for that.
What is it? Miss what?
Miss Nash, it's about your niece.
I'm familiar with this matter about Flora, Miss Nash, and at the moment I don't want you to be disturbed by anything so trivial.
Trivial? But
I don't see how you can call it trivial, Miss Sterling. Flora was ill today. Why did you send her back to the field?
Because she was no more ill than you are. She was simply up to her old trick, playing on the sympathy of a new teacher. Come, we'll talk about this outside.
No, Miss Nash, your niece really...
Miss Sterling, she'll handle it. Miss Sterling knows best.
Yes, Miss Nash. Good night.
Good night.
If you'll just step out here. Now.
Miss Sterling, You evidently don't realize that Flora Nash suffers from a slight heart condition. It's entered on her card.
I'm sure it is, because I entered it. I'm a fairly competent judge of her state of health, Miss Watts, for the simple reason that I happen to be a registered nurse. Can you say the same?
Well, no,
After this, please be assured that I don't make a practice of deliberately murdering my students, especially the niece of my employer.
I'm very sorry, Miss Sterling.
Very well, Miss Watts. That will be all.
But it wasn't all. I was bewildered, even alarmed, I suppose, at the recollection of that voice calling out, Miss Penelope. And I went to the one person that I felt must be told. For quite a while, the housekeeper said nothing, then she motioned me to a chair.
You might as well know this, Miss Watts. Sterling, you see, has deluded Miss Nash into believing she can actually hear Miss Nash's sister. She then relays messages which are supposed to come from Miss Penelope.
But, Melody, I'm afraid I don't understand.
My dear, these messages direct Miss Nash to delegate more and more power to Sterling. That's her grip on Miss Nash. That's the instrument she's using to get the whole school away from her.
Why, I can't understand. Miss Melody, how could she ever delude Miss Nash that way? The head of a school, and intelligent...
Also an old, grief-stricken woman, Miss Watts. More important, she's a woman who's been thoroughly sold on Sterling's clairvoyant power. You see, Sterling's made quite a number of predictions, and always they've come true.
They've come true?
Because she makes them come true. Miss Watts, there's a reason why I've told you this. I have the feeling that rather soon there'll be another prediction, and somehow, some way, it mustn't be allowed to come true. I want your help.
Miss Melody, what could we do? Yes?
Sterling.
What? I'm perfectly aware that you regard me as a very ominous creature, a sort of Lady Macbeth. No doubt your special charge, Flora Nash, shares the same view. So, bring her along when you come to my cottage tonight.
Your cottage?
Yes, there'll be some other girls. I'm having a little party.
Well, I hadn't...
What's the matter? Don't you want to?
What? Oh, yes. Yes, of course I do, Miss Sterling. I'd love to come, thank you.
Good. And you can come too, Melody. 8 o'clock sharp.
We were prompt, Flora and I, and the sharp tenseness and alertness we carried with us into that cottage vanished almost at once. To my surprise, I discovered that when Sterling chose to be, she was one of the most compellingly charming women in the world. And that night, she chose to be.
Flora, since you're the one student in the whole pack of teachers, we'll make you the guest of honor. Now, what would you like to do?
Gee, I don't know, Miss Sterling. Anything, I guess. Have you any ideas, Miss Watts?
Well, we can always play cards.
That, of course, is exactly why we shouldn't.
Sterling, I've got it.
What?
Remember last spring, that seance you gave us?
Oh, no.
Well.
No, I don't think so, Helen. In the first place, I haven't picked up a single new trick.
Oh, that's all right. It'll all be new to Watts and Flora. Come on, give them a chance to see you demonstrate your real powers.
Yeah. All right, then.
Oh, no, I'd rather not. Flora, you're not scared, are you? A little, maybe. Now, don't be. It's all in fun, like watching card tricks.
Need any help in here? Oh, thank you. Yes, we'll use this large table.
Come on, Flora, you stick with me.
All right, Miss Watts.
So presently, in a room quite dark, we ranged ourselves about a large bare table, at the very head of which sat the dean. And then, for several long moments, there was quiet, broken at last
Yes.
by the low drone of Sterling's voice.
Yes. I hear you. Yes. Yes. But you must announce your presence. Let us know you're here. Speak louder. Louder. Your name is Coleman.
Miss Watts.
Coleman Nash.
That's my great uncle.
And you're trying to warn? To warn?
She's fainted, Turn on the lights quickly. It's her heart. Get the doctor, quick.
Call him somebody. The phone's in the bedroom. And Helen. Yes? I'll want some digitalis. You'll find it in the medicine chest in the infirmary. Here are the keys, and hurry. I'll be right back, Sterling. Here, Watts. Here, let's pick her up. We'll put her on the sofa. That's it. She must have been frightened.
Yes. Frightened nearly to death. There. Miss Sterling, you did this deliberately.
Deliberately?
You knew that girl's heart condition.
Why, Watts? You can't anticipate a thing like that. I was simply going to tease her, warn her not to fake any more illnesses.
Yes, well, you see how she's faking this one. You planned this, Miss Sterling. The party, having her here, finding out her uncle's name.
I happen to know her uncle's name. It was a joke, a game. Everybody knows that.
A game?
She's coming to.
You tell these women it was a game, but will you tell that to Miss Nash?
You don't know what you're saying.
Oh, yes, she does. You'll show Miss Nash the proof of another successful prediction.
Melody.
You'll have her completely at your mercy. Flora's the only remaining heir to the school. The only person who stands in your way.
Caroline, don't leave.
Oh, it's all right, Flora. I'm only going to get my coat. We'll be right back. Please, don't worry about a thing. Come along, Miss Melody. It was 5 minutes later that Melody and I crossed the campus to Sterling's cottage and found it empty. We learned that the doctor had arrived, had prescribed for Flora, and ordered her to the infirmary. Sterling alone was left in charge of the girl. That's where Melody and I found her, directly before Flora's room at the infirmary. We wasted no time. Literally, we pushed her aside and hurried into Flora.
Can't you see she's asleep? The doctor gave her something to make her sleep.
Is that what this is?
What?
This bottle on the nightstand.
You can see from the label what it is. Digitalis.
A heart stimulant, Miss Melody.
And not, oddly enough, a deadly poison. The doctor left it here, and it's been given to Flora every 2 hours. Now, will you please be good enough to leave?
Yes, I'll leave, but I shan't go far. I expect to stay very close to this girl until she's safely under someone else's care.
You're completely mad, aren't you?
That's an odd remark, Sterling, coming from you.
We maintained a watching post not far from the room. And from there, first Melody, then I made regular trips to the bedside. Flora was better, there was no doubt of that. And so at last I dropped off to sleep. A sleep that lasted for an hour or more. For dawn was filtering into the long infirmary corridor when I awoke. Suddenly, Melody was shaking me.
Caroline, it's happened.
What do you say?
Caroline, it's happened.
What are you saying?
She's dead. Flora's dead.
Oh, Sterling, just tell us what happened. It was only a few minutes ago. It was time for her medicine, and I went over to wake her up for it. Her heart had just stopped beating.
The medicine? The digitalis, you mean?
That's right, Melody.
Where is it?
What?
Where is it? Where's the bottle of medicine?
Why?
Used to be on that nightstand there. But it isn't now. Where is it, Sterling? What have you done with it?
I don't know. Let's see. Under the bed. It might have rolled under...
But it didn't. Nor under the chest of drawers either.
Perhaps we should look out of the window. Maybe Sterling decided not to give her any medicine at all.
Miss Melody, this medicine chest, it's locked.
Locked?
Yes, do you happen to know where the key is?
One of a housekeeper's major duties. See if this will work, Caroline. Being keeper of the keys.
It works. Melody! Miss Nash, look!
What is it?
It's Sterling's bottle of medicine. Unopened.
Unopened?
And unused. I was right, Sterling. You just sat there and watched her die.
That's not true. Helen, you saw me give Flora some medicine early tonight, right after the doctor left. Helen, you remember that, don't you?
Well, it looked like a different bottle, Sterling. A different bottle, yes. And I can guess what was in it. A sleeping draught. That's what you gave her, Sterling. You knew that even a slight overdose would stop a weakened heart.
All right, Sterling. We found one bottle. The one that would have saved Flora's life. Where's the one that took it?
You should know that, Melody.
What?
You should know where that bottle is, because you took it out of this room. just a little while ago when I was calling Miss Nash.
You are insane.
What's more, you brought it into this room. Tonight, in one of your countless visits. You brought in a bottle of heavy sleeping draught and exchanged it for digitalis. You were hoping I couldn't tell the difference and that I'd give that to Flora instead of the heart stimulant. And that's what I did.
You did it all right, but without any help. Sterling, just how, for example, could I produce a bottle of sleeping draught so exactly like the digitalis that you couldn't tell the difference?
You had a whole medicine chest to work with. That's how you did it, and that's how I knew you did it. Helen?
Yes, Sterling. I know what you're thinking. It just came to me.
Go on.
When we were at the cottage, when you sent me over here for the bottle of digitalis.
That's it.
And there wasn't any. There wasn't any in that chest.
Of course not. Sterling didn't put it there until tonight.
Well, that's not the point, Melody. She couldn't have put it there at all, because she had no way to get into the chest. You see, when Sterling sent me over here, she gave me her keys.
Well,
I forgot to give them back to her. Here they are. I still have them.
In other words, Melody, you were the only one who could have put the digitalis bottle there in the chest. It's very true what you said before. One of a housekeeper's major duties is being keeper of the keys.
Miss Melody, that isn't true, is it? Miss Melody, it isn't true. No, of course it isn't. Don't listen to them, Caroline.
No, Caroline, don't listen to us. Listen to Melody. Let her keep drugging you with lies until you see everything she wants you to see and hear everything she wants you to hear. That's what she did to Flora, you know. She flooded that poor girl's imagination with absolute terror. And then she killed her.
I didn't kill her. Why should I? Why would I want to?
Why? So you could get Flora out of your way. So you could accuse me of killing her and get me out of your way, too. So you could have a clear path to Miss Nash. Well, Melody, your plan backfired.
But you're not getting me out of the school.
Helen, Watts, go phone the police.
I'll never leave. Do you hear that? I'll never leave. Never.
Oh, yes, you will, Melody. Yes, you will.
And Sterling was right, too. For within the month, Melody was an inmate of a quite different kind of institution than the Nash School. Life settled down then into a state of normalcy that lasted through the rest of the year. Lasted, in fact, up to just 4 hours ago, when I was crossing the grounds toward the main gate. All of the teachers had gone into town, and I was on my way to join them, when I saw it there on the grass. A tiny object, glistening dully in the late afternoon sun. What made me pick it up, I don't know. But when I did, it was as though a rocket exploded in my brain. It was a small empty bottle, and its label bore the slightly faded letters of the word digitalis. Then in the next instant...
Find something?
Sterling! Yes, I found something, Sterling. This bottle labeled digitalis. You know, I bet anything in the world a good chemist can find traces of a sleeping drug in it.
You mean? Then you found it. Melody's bottle.
Melody's bottle? My guess is that Melody's bottle, as you put it, never will be found because it never existed except in your mind.
What?
I picked this bottle up right here, Sterling, right where I'm standing, just 3 feet from the trash bin behind your cottage.
That was careless of me, wasn't it?
You used this bottle. You used it to get Flora Nash out of your way, to kill her and make good on your warning.
You're taking it to the police, I suppose.
I want to see if they can find your fingerprints on it, Sterling. Yes, I'm going to take it to the police as fast as I can get there.
Certainly, Watts. And the best of luck.
She went on inside her cottage, and I struck out across the grounds for the main gate and the road into town. I reached the gate just in time to hear the school caretaker clang it shut. Miss Sterling, he explained, had just telephoned the order. An early closing hour. I remembered the service driveway then, the other passageway through those high stone walls which encompassed the grounds, and I found that it, too, was locked. I was a prisoner. And then it was right then that the solution came to me. I should have thought of it before. Miss Nash herself was in those grounds, right on the top floor of my own building. I would take the bottle to her. I would show her the proof. I flew up the stairs, down the corridor, entered her small waiting room, and then stopped. Just beyond me, through the open doorway of the darkened suite, was Sterling and Miss Nash.
Tragedy. Before this school year ends. That's the warning I hear. A warning? From Flora, did you say? From my niece? From your niece. Oh. She says there will be more tragedy. Oh, no. Before this school year ends. Tragedy. Oh. For one more woman here.
My strength left me completely then. I don't know whether I fainted or not, or how I got back to my room. But I'm here in it now. And it is just 10 minutes before midnight. 10 minutes before this school year ends. My door is locked. She has locked it from the outside. But now that door is going to open, and she's coming in.
What?
What are you going to do with it?
This revolver. I'm going to use it to fulfill a prediction.
Oh, please, don't, please.
Laura made a prediction to Miss Nash tonight. No. Laura made it through me. No. Do you understand that? Laura made it. I heard her. I really heard her. Saying that there would be one more death before the school year ends.
Please!
And that prediction is going to come true. Now!
Hello, the police station. You'd better send someone over to the Nash school right away. There's been somebody's shot herself dead. And please tell Miss Melody that she'll be out soon. Tell her that Lady Macbeth is gone.
And so closes Finishing School, starring Margot, Elsa Lanchester, and Janet Beecher. Tonight's tale of Suspense.
Before we tell you about our star and story for next week, a word about an American anniversary of 173 years this week. Still standing in California is a little winery founded in 1771. Settlers from foreign countries discovered early that California vineyards were among the world's finest. That in the rare combination of climate and soil which produces perfect wine grapes, California surpasses some of the most famous Old World vineyards. Take Roma California Sherry or Port. They are magnificent wines, truly delightful. Yet, like all Roma wines, priced astonishingly low, because you pay no duty, no costly shipping charges. Toast the new year with Roma wines, America's largest selling wines. And let us hope that next New Year's we'll all be together, our sons and daughters, our husbands and fathers, in a world at peace. We help make this more certain with the war bonds and stamps we buy. So for 1944, increase your purchases of United States war bonds. Good luck and health to you one and all from the makers of Roma wines, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
Next week, Roma Wines take great pleasure in bringing to you, in his first radio appearance of the year, Mr. Alan Ladd. Mr. Ladd will be heard in a swift-moving action drama played against the colorful background of the Midway in an amusement park and called The One-Way Ride to Nowhere. Don't forget then, next Thursday, same time, for Alan Ladd in Suspense.
Presented by Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Now, Roma Wines present
Suspense. Black Path of Fear, starring Brian Donlevy.
Suspense is presented for your enjoyment by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Those excellent California wines that can add so much pleasantness to the way you live, to your happiness in entertaining guests, to your enjoyment of everyday meals. Yes, right now a glassful would be very pleasant as Roma Wines bring you
Suspense. This is the Man in Black, here for the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California, who tonight from Hollywood bring you as star Mr. Brian Donlevy. And so with the performance of Mr. Donlevy as Bill Scott in the Cornell Woolrich bestseller, The Black Path of Fear, we again hope to keep you in suspense.
It was our first day in Havana. We'd taken a hack, an open horse-drawn carriage, and spent the afternoon driving around to see the sights. She was always crazy about jade. So in Chinatown, we stopped in a little curiosity shop the driver steered us to. We bought a few gadgets there and started back towards the main part of the town. It was getting dark, and she snuggled up close to me in the carriage.
It's been a wonderful day, Scotty.
Yeah.
I was scared at first. A couple of times I thought I saw him in the crowds there, Chinatown. I guess it was just my imagination.
Sure it was. He wouldn't try any rough stuff this far from his home base. He may be a little Caesar around the nightclubs back in Florida, but here in Cuba, he's just another alien who'd better not get caught packing a rod.
He said he'd get me if I ever left him, no matter where I went.
Well, he sent us a radiogram wishing us luck.
Yes, that's what worries me. He didn't say which kind of luck.
Hey, what's this, driver?
Hey, Sloppy Joe, senor. Big attraction of Havana.
Oh, of course. Sloppy Joe's. Want to go in, darling?
Why not? We can only die once.
So I paid the coachman, and we went into Sloppy Joe's. The place was jammed to the sidewalk line and so noisy you couldn't hear yourself think. It was like a football scrimmage when you moved and like sardines in a can when you stood still. Then suddenly the crowd divided in front of us like the Red Sea, and a little photographer came through, using an old-fashioned tripod for a battering ram. He set up his camera and pointed it in our direction.
The senor and the lady would like a picture for to show the French back in the estate.
No.
Please, Scotty, we've never had a picture taken together.
Together, with 40,000 people jammed up against us on all sides.
Oh, well, instead, maybe you come to my studio. Calle Barrios is not far.
Nah, go on. Shoot it here. Go ahead.
Make pose, please. Mucho love. ¿Sí, cómo no? Eso es. Hold it.
No.
That is all. I have the picture.
Well, he's taking us now, darling. Oh, come on, honey. Everybody's looking at it.
Don't rush me, Scotty.
Huh?
Give me time.
What is it? Why are you so limp, Eve?
I knew we wouldn't make it. What do we care? Part of a night's better than none at all.
Eve!
Just stay with me a minute. It won't take long.
Darling, what happened? What happened?
Scotty, that was the first picture we ever had taken together.
Huh?
Let me know how it turns out.
Eve, darling. She's dead. She doesn't move anymore. Somebody do something, will you? She's been knifed right here in my arms.
Murder in Sloppy Joe's. Murder that is to start a man twisting and turning down the black path of fear. Brian Donlevy is our star this evening. You have heard him in the prologue to tonight's tale of Suspense.
In Havana, one gathering place of fashionable people is the charming Pan American Club. A dinner party is in progress, and the Cuban host has just risen to return a compliment which has been paid him by a guest from the United States. Lifting his glass, he says, "Thank you, my friends. Thank you also for telling us about the perfect climate and soil of California, from which come these delightful Roma wines. Now we can understand how such perfection is possible, such magnificent quality as we enjoy in Roma wines. Well, such praise of Roma wines in foreign lands can only mean that they are truly magnificent in quality. But remember, you here in the United States can enjoy these distinguished wines at remarkably low cost, only pennies a glass. Roma wines bring you a unique combination of California's perfect soil and climate, age-old winemaking skill, plus modern tests and controls, which make Roma so constant in quality, so uniformly fine. Discover for yourself the delightful flavor and goodness which have made Roma wines America's largest-selling wines. Ask for R-O-M-A, Roma wines, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
And now it is with pleasure that we bring back to our soundstage Mr. Brian Donlevy, who, in the person of Bill Scott, continues his narrative of The Black Path of Fear. Tonight's tale of Suspense.
Havana is a fast town for anything. Love, life, and death, too. A minute ago, I'd been half of a honeymoon couple getting their first picture snapped by a little Cuban photographer in Sloppy Joe's. Now, I was alone with a corpse in an empty saloon. But that didn't go on for long either. There were cops there in half a minute, and finally a detective.
This woman is dead.
Yeah, I know.
You were the man with her?
I was the man with her.
Your name?
Scott, Bill Scott.
Mr. Scott, how long have you been in Havana?
4 hours.
You quarreled with this girl here in this bar?
No.
You were traveling together?
Yes, that's right.
Her name on her tourist card is Mrs. Edward Spinelli.
Yeah.
Where is Mr. Spinelli?
Not where I'd like him to be, which is roasting.
You are not being very cooperative, Mr. Scott.
Okay, I'll tell you the whole story. She was a singer in a nightclub in Tampa, Florida. Spinelli owned the nightclub. He was a killer. He gave her the choice between getting killed and marrying him. So she married him.
And how did you meet her?
I worked for Spinelli, too. I drove his car.
You are not a chauffeur by profession, are you, Mr. Scott?
No. I took the job to get her away from him. Is there anything wrong in that?
The murder weapon, this knife. What do you know about it?
What are you driving at?
Is this your knife, Mr. Scott?
No, but it's a pretty close match. I bought one just like it this afternoon in a curiosity shop. Wait a minute, I'll show you. I've got it in my pocket right there.
Cuidado, Carlos.
Wait a minute. Don't get so excited. All right, it's in that pocket right there. Fish it out yourself if you want to.
There is no knife here.
But there's got to be. It was a knife with a jade handle, like this one, with a monkey carved on it, but the monkey on the one I bought was holding its hands over its ears. There were 3 of them in the shop. You know, the type, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
I only know that you bought a knife this afternoon, that you no longer have a knife and that the knife has been used to stab this woman.
But it's not the same knife, I tell you. I can prove it. Give me a chance to prove it, will you?
All right, Mr. Scott. I will give you a chance.
So we went back to the shop where I'd bought the knife, back to Chinatown. Inspector Acosta, that was the Cuban detective's name, questioned the old duck who sold it to me.
You remember this man buying something in here this afternoon, Viejo?
Yes. Gentleman buy knife, ornamental knife. Knife with jade handle.
Describe the jade handle.
Jade handle have monkey.
We know that. Describe the monkey.
Pretty sure... monkey hiding eyes. So, see no evil.
You're crazy. What's the matter with you? What are you trying to do to me? I bought the one holding its ears. You know it.
Tio Chin, this man's life may depend on what you are saying, but you absolutely sure.
Come by 3s. First one is sold to this gentleman. Other still got. Can show you.
Can lie in your teeth. Listen, Acosta. So what if he shows you the set with that one missing? He's probably got 100 sets in the storeroom.
Only one set important. Can show customs invoices.
How did this man and this woman act when they came into the shop?
Lady act scared, very scared.
I told you, she was afraid Spinelli was going to have her bumped off. Well, he did it. And this guy has been paid to frame me. Can't you see that?
I am sorry, Mr. Scott, but I must place you under arrest for the murder of Mrs. Eve Spinelli. As we threaded our way back through Chinatown in the police car, I thought the whole thing over.
I came to a decision. The car fitted in the narrow lane like a cork in a bottle. If it should come to a halt in front of the door of a building, and finally it did. Just that. I bolted. They came after me fast. The door I ducked into opened into a pitch-black hallway. I groped around till I found a flight of stairs, and I started climbing.
Up! Up, or I shoot!
Go ahead and shoot! I ducked back in the shadows, turned the knob of the nearest door, and tossed my hat over at the foot of the roof ladder to make it look as if I'd lost it while climbing. I backed through the door into a room. In the dark room, I stood very still and listened. They were separating to case the roof along the block. I was safe for a few minutes anyway. Tried to figure out where I was. Room. A dark room. I strained my eyes into the blackness. Then something cold and metallic found the side of my neck. It was the business edge of a knife. Blade. A light snapped on.
Bueno.
No hablo español.
No te muevas.
Oh, take it easy, will you? I can't talk your language. Put that knife down, will you?
Te quiero estar aquí.
Polizei. Verstehen? Understand? Comprende? Look, out there on the stairs, I don't know how to say it. Polizia. They're after me. Cops.
Cops? Why didn't you say so before? I hate cops.
Oh, you talk English?
I ought to have been in enough of your jails to take out naturalization papers. Hey, get over here. I do what I can for you.
They're coming back. I better get out of here.
Don't be a fool. There's 20 of them down in the street now. They sure must want you bad, Chico.
They say I killed my girl.
They say wrong?
They say very wrong.
Another man took her away from you?
No. I took her away from another man.
Then any fool of a policeman knows you did not kill her. You never killed what does not belong to you. Only what does.
You tell them that. Oh, here comes payday.
Quickly, get into the cot there. Cover yourself up.
What? But...
Do as I tell you. Take off that shirt. Don't stop for the buttons. Tear it off.
Well...
Now then, face the wall.
Wait a minute. What are you doing?
Keep perfectly still. Don't rub against the covers. Now, don't move.
Suspense, señor. ¿Ha visto usted un hombre alto, macizo americano?
No he visto a nadie.
¿Quién es ese?
Mi hombre, mi marido.
Llamémoslo.
Está muy enfermo. Vuela.
¿Vuela?
Sí, vuela. Ve a la cuarentena.
Es verdad, Viorella, vámonos.
Suspense, señor. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
What was all that about? Shh. What are all these red spots on me?
I put them there with lipstick.
Huh?
I told the cops you were my husband. You have smallpox.
And they believed it?
Why not? I showed them the quarantine sign on the door. Manolito, that was my man. He died of smallpox in this room.
Huh?
Oh, do not be alarmed. It has been disinfected.
Oh. Well, say, thanks. But why did you go to bat for me like that anyway?
Different reasons. Flowers on a grave, I guess.
Flower? What do you mean?
It's hard to explain. It's my way of doing something for somebody that's not around anymore, I guess. It's the only way I have. I do not know any other way. You see, I know what it is to lose someone you love too. Just like you.
Manolito?
He got smallpox in jail. Then he come back here to me to die. What is your name, Guapo?
Bill Scott.
It's Scott?
No, Scott with an S.
It's too hard to say. I call you Guapo.
Guapo?
That means handsome.
Oh. Well, thanks. What'll I call you?
Around this neighborhood, they call me Medianoche. It means midnight. Try it that way.
Okay, midnight.
They call me that because now I always hang around late by myself since he's gone.
Well, midnight, I don't know what to say to you except thanks.
De nada. Flowers on a grave.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'd better get going.
What do you want to throw away all my hard work for? They spot you at the next corner.
Well, I can't hang around here for the rest of the night.
What's the matter with it here?
You know, if I could only get hold of that photographer.
Photographer?
Yeah, I was a photographer in Sloppy Joe's. He was snapping a picture of us just when it happened.
Oh, you think maybe in this picture is the man who killed your sweetheart?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it.
Think, Guapo. What do you remember about this photographer?
Oh, he's just the typical cheap photographer of tourists. Wait a minute. He said something about having a studio somewhere near Sloppy's.
Calle Barrios?
That's it, Calle Barrios. Look, do you know this guy?
Sailors go there with the girls to get their pictures taken. His name is Pepe Campos.
I've got to get that picture, Midnight. I'll have to risk it.
Un momentito. I first get you some other clothes.
Huh?
Here. I think this fit you.
What? Where?
Manolito was one big sailor. And now listen. I tell you how to get from here over to the Calle Barrios, so maybe the police don't see you. You go down to the mouth of the alley. You turn to the right. That's this hand here. Just a few steps from there.
It was so dark, I almost had to feel my way along the streets. Suddenly, out of nowhere, came a voice. There were two of them there, keeping the alley covered. I looked back the way I had come. Someone was coming toward me through the blackness. I waited there, paralyzed.
¿Qué tal, marinero?
What?
Are you lonesome?
Yeah. Hey, you want a drink, sister? Well, look, walk close to me like this.
Huh?
Now, lean up closer. Get your face up under mine, honey. That's it. Give me a little more affection. That's the stuff. Now, look. Walk down this way with me, just past the corner.
You said it, big boy. You said it.
What do you want to drink, honey?
You said it.
That's good. Here's the turn. Goodbye, sister.
Shipskit!
I was afraid of yelling. I'd attract the cops, so I took off down the street, and then I ducked into the alley to catch my breath. I looked up. There was a sign on the shop. Campos Retratos y Fotografías. At first, I didn't get it. Then, all of a sudden, I knew. I was there. I opened the door and walked in.
Si, senor.
Look, you took a picture this evening of me and a lady in Sloppy Joe's. I want that picture.
No me recuerdo. I do not recall, senor.
Now, look, there was trouble right afterwards. You know, a lot of noise, remember?
Oh, si. I remember. I am just developing the pictures I have taken today. You come with me. This is my dark room. The very latest equipment. Kodak.
Yeah, but where's that picture?
Oh, right here. In the bath.
Oh. Yeah. It's beginning to come through.
Si.
Yeah, that's us.
Oh, someone leans over the lady's shoulder, no?
Yeah, let's have some more light on the subject, will you?
This is someone you know, senor?
Yeah. It's someone I know, all right. His name is...
Never mind the name, Scotty. I'll introduce myself.
Spinelli.
Stand over against the wall, Scotty. You too. Well, I'm glad you found this picture, Scotty. I was kind of nervous about having a thing like this floating around. You can understand my feelings.
You surprised me, Spinelli. I didn't think you even had the guts to stab a woman in the back without your gorillas around to protect you.
Don't make me angry, Scotty. I'm in a bad mood.
I didn't know you were smart like you are either, Spinelli. I apologize. You know, that was a cute trick, hiring a cab driver to steer us into that shop in Chinatown, but what I still can't figure out is how you switched those knives.
I didn't. I still have the knife you bought. I frisked it out of your pocket. Now I'm going to give it back to you. Would you like to see it first? There. It's pretty, ain't it? Eve always had an eye for jades. This is definitely the best of the three. It's a pity to spoil such a pretty knife, but the revolver... it makes too much noise. Yeah, I think I'll use the knife on you, too. I like things symmetrical. Like Romeo and Juliet, ain't it? What's that? Don't move, Scotty.
Guapo, are you in here?
His sweetheart not dead an hour, and already he has another.
Midnight. Get out of here quick. This man is a killer.
Oh, I'm not afraid of you, big boy.
Keep away from me and don't try any funny business.
Oh, my hombre, he was just like you. He talk very mean. But he don't hurt me. Not one little bit.
I don't only talk, big sister. I got a job to do here. I'll talk to you when I shut your boyfriend's trap for good.
My boyfriend? Ha, are you kidding? Go ahead, finish him off. He took a powder on me. I come after him only to collect.
On the cuff, huh? Oh, Scotty, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. On the cuff.
Hey, you are rich, huh? You got big diamonds. Say, I like you, mister.
Stop mooching around.
Midnight, I tell you, this guy's a killer. Watch out.
Ah, shut up. Yeah, huh? How about it, big boy? Come on.
Stick around, baby. I can use talent like yours.
Kiss me, big boy.
Later.
Now. All right, yell very loud.
Hey,
Make big trouble.
You're pretty hot stuff, ain't you?
You don't know the half of it, big boy, huh?
Come here.
Now, Bravo! Now's your chance! Grab the gun!
You dirty little stool pigeon.
Shut up, Spinelli. I've got the gun now.
Scotty, I was only throwing a scare into you. Why, I would have knocked you off right away if that's what I meant to do, wouldn't I?
What's it worth to you to stay alive, Spinelli?
Scotty, $100,000 in the bank right here in Havana. Just let me go over that table there. Check the bearer, no strings.
Spinelli, I want Eve back again.
200,000. Chicago account thrown in. 250,000. That's $250,000, Scotty.
I want Eve.
You can't bring the dead to life, Scotty, but you can be rich. Kill me and you get nothing but a murder rap. The picture don't show me sticking the knife in her. The knife don't mean anything. Chin and the driver never talk. You're just fixing up a nice murder rap for yourself, Scotty.
Shut up. Stand over under the light, Spinelli.
Huh?
I don't want to miss.
Scotty. Don't do it, Scotty. Scotty. Ah! Win. Scott.
So, that's the story, Inspector. I've come to give myself up for the murder of Ed Spinelli. Well, what are you going to do about it, Inspector?
About what?
About what? About what I just told you, the murder.
I don't speak English so good. I often miss hearing things that are said, especially when they are said too fast.
All right, I can say it slower. I just killed a man named Ed Spinelli.
My English stinks today. I don't understand.
You don't understand? I said...
I don't know what you said. If I should get word from the commissioner to hold a man named Scott for murder, that would be different. It would be in my language. Unless that should happen and it hasn't, please, would you mind not coming in here and mumbling in this English of yours that I don't understand? Senor Scott.
Yeah?
This girl, this medianoche.
Midnight? Oh, what about her? Do you know where she is?
That girl, that woman. She's been raising Cain in my jail all night, all day yesterday.
Whoa. What's she charged with?
My foolish officers questioned her, and then they didn't know any better that they put down some charge other than the book. Senor Scott, we have been stuck with her ever since. She's like a hurricane.
Well, I'll agree with you there.
Senor Scott, if you have not enough to bail her out, I'll pay it out of my own pocket. Anything to get her out.
Well, midnight. It's all over.
Yes, Guapo. It is over.
Have you any idea where we're headed for?
A Sloppy Joe's. The feet of an American in Havana walk always in the direction of a Sloppy Joe's. No?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear it already. I'd like to ask you in for a drink, Midnight.
No, Guapo. You go in alone.
Oh, won't you just have one with me, please?
No,
Why not?
there's someone waiting for you in there.
Oh, that's crazy, Midnight. I don't know anybody in Havana except you.
Someone is waiting for you in there, Guapo. How do you say flowers on a grave? No?
Flowers on a grave. And Sloppy Joe's.
Love makes any place beautiful, even the Sloppy Joe's. Go on, Guapo. Buy her a drink at the bar and tell her how that picture you took together turned out. You promised you would, remember?
How do you tell something to somebody that's dead?
In your mind, Guapo, where she will always be.
Oh. I'll try and tell her, Midnight. I'll tell her about you, too.
No, she will be jealous.
Oh, no, not when I tell her.
Oh, you do not know women, Guapo.
Well, maybe not. Well,
Adios, Guapo.
Goodbye, Midnight.
And so closes The Black Path of Fear, starring Brian Donlevy. Tonight's study in Suspense. Suspense is produced and directed by William Spear.
Have you discovered the secret of lovers of fine food? Namely, how good wine makes even the simplest, most inexpensive meals really exciting events? Well, the next time you serve any of the red meats, stews, fish, or poultry, place on the table a well-chilled bottle of Roma California table wine, delicious sauterne, hearty burgundy, or tasty claret. You will be amazed at how much Roma wine, in bringing out all the appetizing goodness of even the simplest foods, adds to the pleasure of the meal. How it makes even a simple meal a feast. And remember, Roma wines cost you only pennies a glassful. So any home can afford the pleasure they give to everyday living. Ask for ROMA, Roma Wines, America's largest selling wines, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world.
This is Brian Donlevy. Our government has asked us to bring to the attention of women listeners a very important message. In spite of our wonderful victories on all the fighting fronts, we must remember that the war is by no means over or nearly over. Hundreds of thousands of women must get into war work this year. You are desperately needed, both because you are admirably fitted for these jobs and because you represent the only adequate source of labor to replace the men in the armed forces and in the heavy war industries. Go to the United States Employment Service office and ask for information about the kinds of full-time or part-time jobs for which you are best suited.
Brian Donlevy will soon be seen in the starring role of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer's Technicolor production, An American Romance. Next Thursday, same time, Olivia de Havilland and Reginald Gardner will be your stars of Suspense.
Presented by Roma Wines, ROMA, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Suspense. Reprieve, starring Mr. John Garfield.
This morning, my lawyer, Mr. Gurley, said he was trying to get me a reprieve, so I looked it up in a dictionary I got. It says, reprieve, to suspend temporarily the execution of a sentence upon, and relief for cessation from pain or ill. Well, the first part, I guess Mr. Gurley can get. He knows all the rules. But the second part, cessation of pain, well, that's up to me. Maybe when I've spilled it all out, put it out on a table where I can look at it, why I'm here, and about the kid, about Laurie, maybe then will come cessation of pain. I don't know. Anyway, I can try. Okay. Name, Steve Hannibal. My old lady had to name me something, so I guess she read the name Stephen on a book. If she could read, which I doubt. Age 34. Health, excellent. But wait up. You don't want to sell me insurance, because tonight I'm state prisoner 80483. Registered in cell 77 of the state penitentiary. That's the death cell. I'm in for murder. I was always the bright boy, but right now, I don't know. I'm mixed up, but good. And not about being here, not about murder. I want the pen is my home, away from home, kind of. And murder in my social set, well, murder is as common as chickenpox in PS 137. No, it's that last year of honest toil that threw me for a loss. Because I wasn't mixed up at all the night Murph and Joe and I blew out of Chicago. That was a minor inconvenience, right in line with the way I've always lived. Let's see it. It was nearly 2 years ago. Murph and Joe and I and the boys had knocked off a payroll. A good, clean job, except for a couple of guys getting hurt fatally. And the Murph was tipped off that one of the boys, he didn't know who, had squealed to the cops. So Murph knew we were hot, and he came up to my room on Madison Street.
I'm leaving town, Steve, tonight.
It's an idea. So am I.
Yeah, we better blow. You and me and Joe.
And the rest of the boys?
Look, I can't take care of everybody, Steve. You know how it is.
Sure, I know. You'll take care of the ones that you can't get along without. That do your thinking for you.
Oh, it ain't that, Steve.
Cut it.
Well, okay. So we got around 20 grand.
23.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, 23. Well, with that, though, we can go to Florida.
Yeah?
Yeah. Lie down there all winter till the heat's off.
You think that's a bright idea, don't you, Murph?
Well, sure. Why not?
Yeah, we take a nice big shiny suite in the Paradise Hotel, pick up some dolls.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's just what we're not going to do.
What do you mean?
We're not going to travel first class, spread dough around places like the Paradise accompanied by any dolls.
And why not?
The dough's marked, bird brain. The serial numbers have been written down, and we'll be looking for that kind of dough in places where dough changes places. Places like the Paradise.
Well, we could go to some other place, like a rooming house in St. Pete.
Yeah, and we could be smart if we put our minds to it.
Yeah? Like what?
Like putting that package of dough out of circulation in a safety deposit box. Here.
You know that's all the dough we got.
Sure, so we can get along without it for the time being. It's worth a little discomfort to be the murder rap.
Okay, say you're right. But we still have to leave town.
We'll leave, Murph. And this is how. I figured I'll never look for you where there isn't a stall shower, so we'll fool them. We'll ride the rails. You can play the 9 of hearts, Joe.
Huh? Where? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was going to.
You were. You never saw it, huh? What a guy. Outsmarts himself in solitaire.
Ooh. Hey, it's cold in this boxcar, Steve.
Yeah, just pick up a phone, Murph. Tell the management. They'll give you more heat.
All right. I just said it was cold.
At a time like this, be glad it's cold. Joe. Mustn't cheat.
I wasn't cheating.
Oh, new game. So you slip the card under when you can't play it, huh?
Well, so what if I'm cheating? It's my skin in it.
You're absolutely right. Well, I wonder how many of the boys have been picked up.
I couldn't take care of everybody, Steve.
None of them been picked up. Why should they be? Oh, boy, there's that tree I've been looking for.
None of them been picked up, huh? Well, who's protecting them, Joe? Your fairy godmother?
Why would the cops pick them up? They know it was Murph used the gun.
Huh?
I mean, they probably guessed Murph was trigger man.
Well, you didn't...
Shut up, Murph. What else did the cops probably guess, Joe?
Well, how would I know, Steve? Well, honest, I only thought that
Talk, Joe. What else did they guess? About me?
Oh, nothing about you, Steve. Honest, they...
Spill it.
They knew Murph was trigger man and that he took the dough, no one else. Honest, Steve, I didn't tell them anyone else who was on the job. I thought if they picked up Murph, then you and me could... Hey, Steve, stop Murph.
Get back, Murph. Let him finish. Go on, finish.
I didn't squeal on you, Steve. You gotta believe me. Steve, you gotta... Steve, stop Murphy. Don't let him do it. Steve, no!
That was Murph, being trigger happy. Joe went down sort of slow and quiet, like the movies you see of a parachute settling on the ground. I think he twitched a little. I looked out and saw the train was slowing up and that we were coming into a freight yard, not 50 feet across the tracks. I could see a couple of guys heading our way who looked like railroad dicks. And I thought fast, like always. Murph was hot, very hot, and being very shy on brains, if they picked him up, he'd lead them to the payroll door like a homing pigeon. Inside of 24 hours, too. And I hadn't anything pinned on me for a few years. If anyone took the rap, it would have to be me. If I ever wanted to smell my share of that 20-pig game, and this was a rap I thought I could beat. Unlucky, why, I'd go up for a year or so for manslaughter, claiming self-defense. Lucky, I bluffed my way out of it altogether. I talked fast to Murph, and when the boxcar stopped opposite those dicks, I had Murph's gun in my hand.
How many of you guys in there?
3, mister.
Well, pile out, boys. It's the end of the... Hey,
What's the matter, Whitey?
one of those guys has a gun. What are you doing with the gun, brother?
Huh? I don't know.
And what's wrong with the other guy?
He shot him. I was over there at the other end minding my own business, and those 2 guys were yelling at each other, and
Okay, drop that gun, mister. I'm coming in.
Is he dead?
Dead as a mackerel. All right, mister. Tell me about it.
I don't know what happened. It was his gun, or it just went off.
Yeah? Did you see it? You over there.
I didn't see nothing. I was down at this end of the car minding my own business. They've been yelling at each other for hours. I didn't pay any attention till the gun went off just now. Honest, I don't know anything.
Now keep your shirt on. Looks like you're in trouble, mister.
I tell you, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, leave it to headquarters, buddy. Yeah. Maybe you remember better at headquarters.
I don't know what happened.
All right, Dreamy, no matter what you remember, the rap is murder.
I've been in worse spots. The charge was murder, first degree. But I knew I could get that cut down. The best thing was that they turned Murph loose without checking on him, and Joe was unidentified. I dreamed up a name I said I knew Joe by. He read something or other, and it went down all right. And so then I settled down for what might be an extended vacation, a vacation that would earn me half at 23 grand. Only one thing bothered me. It seems the town we picked to kill Joe in was going through one of those, reform spasms, and the papers were really lathered up about it. And my case was made to order for them. A crime they could get holy about without stepping on any local toes. While I was waiting trial, they fried me but good, and I burned about it. So that's why I didn't exactly clap hands when they told me a reporter was coming in to see me. And I didn't shout hallelujah either when I saw it was a doll. Sharp looking, all right, but still just a doll.
Hello.
Hiya, chick.
You're Steve Hannibal?
Yeah.
I'm Laurie Ware of the News Press.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to get your story.
Look, sister, your job is writing. If you can't do it alone, you shouldn't have had the job.
I mean your side of the story.
Oh, it's nice of you to take an interest.
Please, I wish you'd listen to me.
Go peddle your paper somewhere else.
Please.
Don't you understand English?
Look, I don't blame you for being suspicious of me. You see, I know the papers haven't been fair to you. I know they've been trying your case before it comes to trial.
So, it happens every day.
And I feel sure there's more to this case than has been told. I have a feeling
You
that...
gotta be careful of those feelings, baby.
I got a hunch you didn't do it. That maybe you were framed.
So what if I was?
Well, I don't know how much I can do. Except I know that if you have a story, I can get it printed.
And that'll make the difference?
I don't know. At least when it comes to picking your jury, there'll be some people in this town who haven't made up their minds.
Well, something in that.
Well?
Okay. I'll tell you the real McCoy truth.
Oh, that's wonderful, Steve. I'll take it down.
Well, there isn't much to tell. It was just what the papers call an innocent bystander. I was asleep when it happened.
And how many men were in the boxcar?
Before I went, I got to sleep. There were about 6 or 7. When the shots woke me up, I saw 2 guys jump off, and we were moving pretty slow. And because the train was coming into the yard, you see.
But at the inquest, the police said you were holding the gun.
Sure I was. The cops yelled at me, and I saw I was holding it. Someone had planted it on me while I was half asleep. And when the old boy in the corner there, he said I'd done it.
Yeah, he said that you were fighting with the other.
Yeah, I know. I'd been fighting with Red. I don't think he meant to frame me. He just got me, mixed up with one of the guys who scrammed.
That's it, Steve.
That's what, baby?
If you'd done it, you would have jumped off. You wouldn't just stand there waiting to be arrested with a gun in your hand, or you would have thrown the gun out.
Well, they'll claim I didn't have time, but it's an angle.
And I'll pound it, Steve. I'll get you a lawyer.
Yeah, I guess I'll need one.
You'll need all the help you can get.
What a doll. Sold on me before she even got the pitch. And what made my hand all aces was the girl could really write. She had the news press giving me more space than the World Series. Well, the other papers had to pick it up. Well, by the time the trial came up, I was local hero #1, an orphan child. The whole town wanted to adopt me. So no one, least of all of me, was much surprised when the jury filed back into the jury box with their decision.
Have the gentlemen of the jury reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
Will you read the verdict?
We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty as charged.
Oh, Steve.
Well, your work, kitten. What do they say? The pen is mightier than the sword.
Oh, I'm so happy I could help you, Steve.
Oh, you don't see me crying, honey. Want to dance? Come on.
Sure, but...
Come
wait,
on.
I want to talk first. Have you got a home you're going to? Or a job?
Look, kid, you've been Girl Scout enough today. Let's dance. Come
Please tell me, Steve. I'm worried about you.
on. I'm going to winter in California and summer in Maine.
You haven't any place to go.
See America first. That's my motto.
Steve, I don't want to butt in, but Harry Singles will give you a job.
Yeah? Doing what?
In the circulation department.
You're kidding.
Well, it wouldn't be such a good job to start, but I know you could work up, Steve, and you'd like Harry.
9 hours a day, 5 days a week. Is that it?
5.5 days.
Steve Hannibal punching a time clock. Boy, I suppose I'd get a Social Security number and everything, huh?
Don't you have one?
Unemployment, security, income. That's a lot of legality.
Legality?
Oh, skip it, kitten. Let me think. You know, I might just take a whirl at that job.
Oh, Steve, I think that's wonderful.
Well, it's not so much the job, but you and I have a lot of unfinished business, baby. And we can't get it all done in one day. Right now, I want to dance. Come on, baby, let's go. That was the old brain working again. You see, I had counted on drifting until it was safe to join up with Murph. I didn't know where he'd be gone, but I figured I'd be able to find him when the heat was off. But when Laurie said job, it was a kind of new angle. I could stay right here in town, pull down enough money to get by, and maybe even a little on the side. Well, it was the safest spot I could possibly be for the time being. I went down to the newspaper office with Laurie the next morning and was hired. First time in my life such a thing ever happened to me. Harry Singles was a sharp guy for any racket, and working with him, I got so I didn't mind. Of course, the hours were very regular, all daytime, and I had to put on a clean shirt now and then. But I always had that 23 grand to think about. And the kid Laurie, well, I couldn't have squired a better doll in Chicago, New York, or any place. Only sometimes she made me nervous.
Let's not go out tonight, huh, Steve? Let's stay here in my place. I'll cook something.
I don't know. It doesn't seem right.
What doesn't seem right?
Seeing a doll with class and an apron, I can't get used to it.
You will eventually. After all, you're used to being a working man now.
Well, don't be too sure, baby.
Ah, Steve, you know you love it.
I don't know. Sometimes I get the itch to move on.
Forget the itch, Steve. A rolling stone gathers no moss, you know.
Yeah, so they tell me. But I saw some moss once, and I still wonder, what does a stone want with moss anyway? See what I mean? Laurie kept telling me how much I liked being a pillar of society, so that sometimes I even began to wonder. And then Harry started shoving raises at me and titles, and, well, inside of no time, I was a district manager. And I sat down and figured the dough angle. And it gave me a shock. Because even if it was legal, I was making more dough week in and week out than I had with Murph and the boys. Well, the Chicago stick-up stayed hot, and I didn't hear from Murph, so I let it all ride and kept working. Along about then, the papers were in a lather again, all about reform. And the town was just crawling with rackets, and Laurie was working on the stories. One night, Laurie was typing a story in her room, and I was in the living room waiting for her to finish. And...
I'll be with you in a minute, Steve. One more paragraph.
And that's finished for tonight?
Yeah, finished for tonight. I got something to show you. Come in here.
Okay, kitten. What is it? Buying hats again?
It's a letter I got in the mail. Right here on the desk.
Oh, the local wolves are moving in, huh?
Much more exciting. Read it.
Lay off or we'll measure you for a coffin. You have 24 hours to quit your job.
First time I ever got anything like that. Want to read my answer?
An answer?
Yeah, my article for tomorrow morning. I've written all about the note and why it was sent to me.
Yeah? Well, what do you figure?
Well, there's an out-of-town mobster who's moved in on the local rackets, and he's making a good thing of it. I found out about him 3 days ago, and I've really tracked him down.
Yeah? Who is he?
Well, here he goes with the name of Dude Ringler, but I knew that was an alias. I finally find out that he's a former big-time operator from Chicago, wanted there for a lot of things, including murder.
Yeah?
I'm going to print it in the paper, and he'll be picked up just about the time the papers hit the street.
Oh, you told the cops, huh?
No, not yet. I thought you could go down with me.
And what's the guy's name in Chicago?
I don't know all of it. He headed up a gang there. They call him Murph.
I got that roller coaster feeling, only worse. I still can't figure it. She was only a half-baked doll, moving into territory where anyone was likely to get clipped. Why should I care? But something funny happened to me, and she could see it.
Steve, what's the matter?
Well, you gotta lay off, Laurie. You gotta quit.
Because of that ridiculous note?
Don't ask me why, just quit.
Well, I certainly won't quit. Don't you see? That's just what he wants me to do.
Okay, I'll tell you. I know Murph.
You know him?
Yeah, and he's trigger-happy. He's a rattlesnake in pants.
Well, then that's all the more reason, Steve.
Now, listen to me. I don't know why I'm doing this. I never missed figuring percentages before in my life, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you before I wise up.
What, Steve?
You remember when you got my true story when I was up for the murder rap?
Of course I remember.
Well, that was all a pipe dream, sweetheart. Something for the books.
You lied to me? You did kill Red?
His name wasn't Red. He was a slimy little punk from a mob that I ran with named Joe Tonelli.
Mob?
And he wasn't killed by me. He was killed by the other guy who was in the car. He was killed by Murph. I covered for Murph because he was hot.
Steve. Then,
Listen.
Steve, they want you for those jobs, too. They...
Well, shut up. I'm listening.
What? What is it, Steve?
I thought I heard something in the other room and the door closed.
You're just imagining it, Steve.
Yeah, I guess I am. Yeah, this being a squealer takes my skin off.
Oh, Steve.
But you got the story, baby. Short and sweet. Now you can do what you want with it. Quit your job and live, or turn me in, too. What a doll. What a doll. She cried on the front of my shirt, and then she smiled. And she called Harry Singles with me sitting there and told him she quit. She told him she was getting married the next morning to me. You know, I played along. Then I left her. After telling her to button her lip and keep the door locked, I started to go find Murph to check on that 23 grand and put him wise so he'd lay low. I could see that he still needed me to think for him. But there was something wrong, something very wrong. I felt like I was kind of cracking up, so I let it ride until the morning. I was climbing the stairs to pick up Laurie at 9 on the dot, and for some reason I was feeling pretty good. Open up, chick. It's me. Open. Hello, Murph. You're still trigger happy, huh?
Hello, Steve. And you don't have to call me names.
You're kinda up early, aren't you, Murph?
I was making a little call on your doll.
Yeah, I see you was.
She wasn't a bad-looking doll.
You didn't have to plug her. She quit her job.
Yeah? I didn't know about that. Well, she still knew too much.
She wasn't going to use it, Murph.
Maybe. You told her about Joe. You shouldn't have done that, Steve.
Huh. So it was you I heard here last night, huh?
No kidding. You really heard me?
Yeah, I heard the door close. And you heard me tell her?
Yeah. This working legal's giving you bad habits, Steve, but I'll forget it. Come here. Come over here. Just look what she would have wrote. Dude Ringler, alias Murph. Alias, we don't know how many other names. Wanted in a half a dozen cities for murder, larceny, and kidnapping. That wouldn't have looked good, Steve.
She wasn't going to use it.
No? Well, don't let it worry you. It's about time we picked up that 23... Hey, what's up, Steve?
You shouldn't have put your gun down, Murph.
What's eating you?
You shouldn't have put it down.
Steve, you're nuts.
Because I'm going to drill you, Murph. I've always wanted to drill you. And before I wise up, I'm going to do it. That time, the neighbors heard it. I didn't care. I kept pumping lead. When they came in, I was standing over Murph, holding the gun. The same gun he'd used to kill the kid. So the cops got me for both of them. Both of them. And for Joe and the payroll job, too. They really thought they hit the jackpot with me. I didn't give them any argument. It wasn't any use. But, you see what I mean? I'm mixed up. I've always been a sharp guy. I could have beat the game. Murph was right when he knocked off the kid. She did know too much. Well, it's the way things work out in our set. And why should I get the case of highs over a dog getting drilled? I can't figure it out. And, now I'm trimming my fingernails, waiting for Mr. Gurley to get a reprieve. And I'm all mixed up about that, too. Because in the dictionary, it's a word that's got two meanings. And the way I feel, they don't mesh. They kind of cancel each other out. To suspend temporarily the execution of sentence upon and relief or cessation of pain or ill. Well, anytime now. Hello, Mr. Gurley.
Hello, Steve.
What's the good word?
Oh, boy.
Turn your color around, Mr. Gurley, if you're going to talk that way. Spill it.
Wasn't any use, Steve. No reprieve. I'm sorry.
So I got till 6 a.m. No reprieve. No reprieve? I wouldn't say that, Mr. Gurley. I draw definition number 2. I get cessation of pain.
And so closes Reprieve. John Garfield, as star of tonight's study in Suspense. Suspense is produced, edited, and directed by William Spear.
This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.
Now, the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California presents
Suspense. Tonight, Roma Wines bring you Mr. Lloyd Nolan as star of 19 Deacon Street, a suspense play produced, edited, and directed for Roma Wines by William Spear.
Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills, is presented for your enjoyment by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Those excellent California wines that can add so much pleasantness to the way you live, to your happiness in entertaining guests, to your enjoyment of everyday meals. Yes, right now a glassful would be very pleasant, as Roma Wines bring you Mr. Lloyd Nolan in a remarkable tale of
Suspense.
Oh, what a business, what a business. Do you know how it is? When you're keeping something to yourself, something that scares you, something that nobody else will believe. Well, if I tell you how it really happened, you'll say I'm nuts. But if I don't talk, then for sure I'll go nuts. Listen. Did you ever have a dame get under your skin till you were ready to hang yourself with your own belt just to be rid of her? Yeah. She did that to me. That blonde. That beautiful blonde. And the funny thing is, we never even met. Ties is my business, wholesale. I came to Chicago with a red-hot line and an exclusive to the Middle West, all sewed up. Now, all I had to do was find a place to do business and a place to live. You think that's easy, huh? You should see Chicago these days. Well, some ham actor on the train tipped me off to a theatrical rooming house at 19 Deacon Street. I only wished he'd broken his neck before he saw me. Anyhow, I go to this place, and from the outside, it looks all right. I wait a minute or two, and finally an old dame comes out, looking like a tired old duchess.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. I'm looking...
No vacancy.
Oh? Well, an actor on the train said that maybe it'd put me up.
Are you an actor?
Yeah, sort of.
Well, I do hate to turn you away if you're in the theater. There was a time when we catered exclusively to theatrical people.
Oh, any kind of a room would be okay.
Well, come in, young man. We'll see what we can do. We have a room that we don't rent. It's not really fixed up for renting, but I might...
Now, look, lady, I'm not particular. I'm away all day. All I want a place is to sleep, see?
Come upstairs. I just know I shouldn't. I promised myself. Now, young man, I'm going to show this to you on one condition.
What's that?
This room belongs to someone very dear to me. She's away. I've never rented it because, well, I expect her back.
Oh, yeah?
I want you to promise that no matter what, you'll not move anything or ask any questions about her.
That's a funny thing to ask.
Some people wouldn't understand. Promise?
Okay, it's a deal.
I'll turn on the light. Well, do you like it?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of feminine, isn't it?
Yes.
Yellow fluffy curtains and costume dolls, cold cream, grease paint, dressing gown. Nice perfume. And hey, lady stockings. Say, ain't this a little unusual? I mean...
We haven't changed it at all. You don't realize this, young man, but you're standing in a shrine.
Am I? Oh, a what?
We haven't touched her room because someday she'll be back, and she'll find everything just as she left it.
Is this her picture on the mantel here?
Yes. Isn't she beautiful?
Wow, you can say that again. I never even saw such a beautiful dame.
And notice the long golden hair.
Yeah.
Oh, if you could really see it. Long and shimmering like thin strands of purest gold. And she'll be back.
Well, when do you expect her?
I don't know.
What, didn't she say?
No, she didn't say a word. One day she was here, and the next day she was gone without a word.
How long ago?
In a few days, it'll be 10 years.
Well, I took the room. If I knew then what trouble it would bring me, I'd have slept in the park instead. When the landlady left, I went over to the mantel and, I looked at the blonde's picture. Yeah, she was really one beautiful dame. And there was something else about her. Some little thing I couldn't pin down. Well, I took the French doll off the pillow and flopped down. But from where I lay, I could look right at the picture. I looked, and I felt the back of my neck crawl. Finally, I couldn't stand it any longer. I jumped up, I turned the picture to the wall. And then I dozed off. And there she was, crying. Just her face, soft gray eyes, and her golden hair. Strands of pure gold, like the old dame said, yeah. But what was she crying about? What was wrong? I didn't get it. Laverne! Laverne! What's the matter, Laverne?
Mr. Swartz.
Laverne!
Mr. Swartz.
What are you crying about? Huh?
Mr. Swartz, are you all right?
Oh, yeah. Just a minute. I'm all right. It's just a bad dream, I guess.
But I heard you calling out. You were calling Laverne.
Who?
Laverne. That's who you were calling, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know. Laverne. Yeah, I guess I was.
How did you know, Mr. Swartz? How did you know her name was Laverne?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how I knew. I knew her name. I knew the name of the blonde, but I never met her. I pestered the landlady for details, but the old dame wouldn't talk. So I locked the door. I went to work to find out for myself. I emptied all the dresser drawers out on the bed. Plenty of nice clothes, plenty of shoes and dresses and intimate things, but not one scrap of paper to tell you anything about the girl herself. Not a letter, not a card, not an envelope, nothing. Then I got my first break. In a little jacket, I found a key. It had a tag on it, and the figure 9 was written on the tag. There was nothing locked in the room, though, nothing the key should fit. But maybe someplace I'd find the lock it was made for. And later, high on the closet door, I found a telephone number, scrawled with eyebrow pencil. Briargate 1273. I went downstairs to the hall phone. No one was around. I felt like a jerk dialing a number that had been written more than 10 years ago, but I put the nickel in. I started dialing. B, R, I, 1, 2, 7, 3. A busy signal. That meant the number was still alive. And maybe, just maybe, somebody on the other end could tell me about Laverne. An hour later, I was still dialing that number and still getting a busy signal. So I finally give up and went to my room. What business was it of mine if some stale babe wanted to disappear? I had my own headaches. I had 400 dozen fancy neckties to get rid of. Laverne she was still in that room. I felt it in my bones. And I couldn't sleep. In the morning, I started out to look for a place to set up shop. Oh, I was plenty groggy, but I told myself that if I didn't sell those neckties, I'd find myself back in the bargain basement of Rosenblatt's department store, which was a sobering thought. So I started walking down to Madison Street. It's a warm day, and I'm walking fast, and suddenly I look up, and I'm on State Street. Now, I know that town pretty well. I don't have to go anywhere near State Street to get to Madison, but here I am. I'm on State Street, and I'm standing in front of an old building. All around me, I see hock shops, flop houses, tattoo joints, you know the kind of neighborhood. And right in front of me, this old building, all boarded up. Suddenly, I get the brainwave that this is the kind of a joint I need for my business. Looked like it hadn't been used for 50 years, so the rent couldn't be too high, and it's big and central. So I just ankle around to the alley, try the back door. Figure there must be a caretaker or somebody around, so I give a yell. Hey! Anybody in here? No dice. This is kind of funny because I can see a light shining through the crack in the boards. So I start pounding on the door. Hey, open up! Open up, will you?
What do you think you're doing?
Huh? Oh, hello, officer. Well, I just thought that there'd be a janitor around.
Does it look like there'd be anybody around with the doors all padlocked like this?
Yeah, but look, there's a light burning inside.
It's just a work light on the stage. It burns all the time. What do you want, mister?
I want to rent the joint. Where can I find the owner?
Rent it, huh?
Yeah.
You better get in touch with Jasper Florenz.
Oh, the big stage producer.
That's right. He used to run this little burlicue house before he was in the Chips. Got his start here. You can probably get him on the phone at his office.
Florenz Productions.
Oh, hello. I'd like to speak to Mr. Florenz, please.
Oh, who's calling, please?
My name's Swartz.
What did you wish to talk to Mr. Florenz about, please? He's very busy.
Yeah. Now, look, I ain't no ham actor looking for a job. Tell him I want to rent some space from him.
Rent space?
Yeah, the old Florenz Theater on State Street.
Oh.
Well? Hello?
I'm sorry, but the Florenz Theater is not for rent.
Not for rent. But why? Well, okay, have it your way. I burned up. The nerve of that guy letting his theater sit there empty while I needed it so bad. Well, I wandered back to the house a little later, and as soon as I got within sight of it, I got that queer feeling again. It was just like that blonde was standing there waiting for me. Well, I walked in and went to my room. I got out of detective mystery and tried to pass the time away, but it didn't work. I couldn't think of a thing, except Laverne. Then I lay back on the bed, and I must have been dead tired. 'Cause in nothing flat, I was out. And there she was again. That beautiful girl sobbing. This time I was sure she was trying to say something to me, trying to get a message of some kind to me, but I just couldn't understand. What was she trying to say? Was she asking me to find her?
For Suspense, Roma Wines are bringing you as star Mr. Lloyd Nolan in 19 Deacon Street by Larry Marcus and Robert Light. Roma Wines' presentation tonight in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Between the acts of Suspense, this is Truman Bradley for Roma Wines. This year, Thanksgiving is more than our traditional Pilgrim's Harvest Festival. More than thanks for the good harvest reaped from the soil of our great land. It's an humble thanksgiving that the world is at peace. Thanks for God-granted overseas victories. Thanks for cherished freedom at home. Thanks for loved ones with us again. Today, in many American homes, wine, Roma wine, is as symbolic of this day of thanks as the traditional turkey. As millions of Americans feast in hamlets, villages, towns, and cities, glassfuls of Roma wine are lifted in heartfelt thankfulness. How fitting, too, with Roma California Burgundy, a wine grown in the soil of America, reflecting the goodness of nature and the patient toil of free men. Roma Burgundy, a red, robust wine, truly delicious, delightful, distinguished in any company with any food. Serve cool. Remember, because of uniformly fine quality at low cost, more Americans enjoy Roma than any other wine. R-O-M-A, Roma Wines.
And now, Roma Wines bring back to our Hollywood soundstage Lloyd Nolan as Maurice Swartz tie salesman, and raconteur in 19 Deacon Street, a play well calculated to keep you in suspense.
After that, I was afraid to sleep. So I grabbed my hat and ran out of the house. I stopped at a joint down the street and ordered some coffee. And while I was sitting there, I all of a sudden remembered what my uncle, my mother's brother, used to say. He said, if you want to forget something that's bothering you, just concentrate on something else. Anything else. Well, but what could I concentrate on? And I thought. And then I thought of the theater, the Florence Theater. Other guys had tried to rent it for years and failed, but I needed it. And if I used my brain for that one thing, if I did nothing but plan ways of breaking Florence down, I might be able to level myself out and at the same time swing the deal. Later that morning, I got in touch with an agent I knew, and he gave me Florence's address. I took a cab out there. It was on Lakeshore Drive, and very hoi polloi. Florence was sitting in his study. He looked just like his pictures. Tall, gray-looking, with a nice sort of smile. But his necktie was lousy. Well, we had quite an argument.
Did I understand that you're interested in the Florence Theater?
Yeah, that's right. I tried to see you at your office, but I couldn't get past your secretary. That's why I thought I'd take a chance in seeing you here.
I see. You're rather persistent, aren't you, Mr. Swartz?
Well, you see, it means a lot to me, Mr. Florence. I understand it's been closed for years, but it's just what I need.
I believe my secretary told you I didn't want to rent the theater, didn't you?
Well, sure he did, but, Mr. Florence, did you ever have a hunch?
A hunch? Why, yes, of course.
Well, do you generally play your hunches?
Sometimes.
Well, I got a hunch about your theater.
I see. Well, I'd like very much to help you, but I'm afraid it's out of the question.
But why?
Well, it's where I produced my first shows. Has memories for me. Some pleasant, some not so pleasant. Reopening that theater would be like reopening a part of my past that I'd rather keep closed.
Oh, but ain't that kind of silly, Mr. Florence? I wouldn't put on shows there. All I wanted...
admire your persistence, Mr. Swartz, but the answer will always be no.
Okay. You win for now. But I ain't giving up. Because when I want something real bad, I get it. And I want your theater bad. For personal reasons. Now, here's my card. I've written my phone number on it in case you change your mind. And you'll change your mind, Mr. Florence.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. As you say, I'm persistent.
Hello? Oh, Mr. Bogart, yes.
This isn't Mr. Bogart. I was just kidding. This is Swartz again. Yeah.
Oh, you.
Yeah, you sure you don't want to rent that theater?
Still very sure, Mr. Swartz.
Look, Swartz, I want you to stop hounding me.
It's not doing anybody any good standing empty.
That's for me to decide. I want you to leave me alone, do you hear? I want you to leave me alone.
Yeah, and that's how it went. And it worked at first. For a while, I forgot about Laverne. And I got Florence plenty nervous. But every time I went back to 19 Deacon Street, I wondered who was more nervous, him or me. And all the time I'm dogging Florence, I'm still sneaking in calls to that phone number I found in the closet, Briargate 1273. And I'm still getting busy signals. And then one night as I'm listening to the busy signal, I get mad. Hey, operator! Operator!
This is the operator, sir.
So what's been going on around here? For 3 days and nights I've been dialing this number, and all I got is a busy signal.
I'll connect you with my supervisor.
Well, what good's that gonna do? Now, look, is there any way of finding out who this number belongs to?
Surely, sir. Unless it's an unlisted number, you can get that information by dialing 2080.
You mean I can find out who's at the other end of this phone by dialing that number? Well, there's nothing like that back home.
Yes, sir. Chicago has that service.
And I spend 3 days listening to a busy signal. Say, lady, where can I dial for brains? So I dialed 2080, and that's how I found the place. It's a little run-down spaghetti joint named Joe's. Over in the corner, I see the telephone that's been giving me the busy signal, and no wonder. It's a public phone booth. Right now, one guy is in it and 2 others are waiting for it. I go over and climb on a stool.
What can I get you?
You, Joe?
Yeah, what can I get you?
How long you been in this place, Joe?
14 or 15 a year. Why?
Well, you've seen a lot of people come and go, huh?
Sure, plenty. Oh, what can I get for
Look, you got a good memory for faces?
Look, you see, I'm busy, mister. I got no time for games. You want something or you don't want something?
Here, Joe, take a look at this picture.
Shoes. Yeah.
So what? You recognize her?
Yeah, she's been in here a long time ago.
What's her name, Joe?
I can't remember her name. She was a showgirl, I think. Claire or something.
Wasn't it Laverne, Joe?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah?
Laverne Claire. She's always come in here with the big shot.
With the big shot?
Well, he wasn't so big a shot then, but he was going to places. And then she jilted him and run off with some other guy. I remember very good because he used to come in here after that and sit here alone all the time. Break him up pretty bad.
Hey, and who was this big shot? You remember that, Joe?
Oh, sure. The big producer, Jasper Florence. And now what can I get to you, huh?
Jasper Florence, the poor guy. Here I've been hounding him for that theater, and he's holding out because it'll break his heart to let it go. He won't rent because it's a chunk of his life, a bad chunk. And it's in that theater. Well, that's what a dame can do to you. But what a mean dame she must be. But anyway, I begin to feel better. Now, first thing tomorrow, I'd go out, find another place to do business, and I'd start selling ties. But when I get home, I was in for another surprise. On my door, there was a note from the landlady. Jasper Florence called. He changed his mind about the theater and will meet you there at 8 o'clock. Well, figure that one out. I looked at my watch and it was 5 after 8 already. I get to the theater about 20 past. Nobody's there. So I wait around in front for a few minutes and then I look down at the front door. The padlock I saw on it the other day was gone. I give the door a little push. It swings open. Well, it's just like any other theater lobby. White tile, brass rails, cobwebs all over everything, of course. I go on into the house, and there in the center of the stage is that one big work light the cop told me they've been keep burning all these years. What a queer duck that Florence must be to keep electricity going for 10 years. And in the center of the stage is a big organ. And the light behind it sends screwy shadows up against the wall. I walk down the long aisle and up the stairs onto the stage. And as I walked across it, I could hear my footsteps echo. I never could resist listening to an echo, so I yelled, "Hello!" Acting like a kid whistling in the dark. Hey, look, Maury, you're all alone here. There's nothing to be afraid of. Well, then I see that organ. I walk over to it. Run my hand across the keys. Oh, I quit that in a hurry. Then as I wipe the dust off my fingers, I look up into the flies. I look and I see sandbags hanging. Whoa. They must weigh 150 pounds. I was just looking up at the catwalk, Then I see somebody move. I was sure of it. Just off stage, a guy moved in the darkness. Don't ask me why, but I started to walk toward him very quietly. Yeah, he was there. I could see him now. Hey, come out of there, you! He didn't move. So I walked over closer and... It was a dressing room. And the guy I saw reflected was Maury Swartz. That's right, me. Maury Swartz reflected in a dressing table mirror. Well, just then I saw a door to another dressing room across the hall. That door was closed, but something about it made me stare. It was the number on the door. Number 9. I remember the key I picked up in Laverne's room. And in a flash, I had it out of my pocket and was trying it on the door. Number 9, the tag said. And it worked. My knees were shaking and sweat was rolling down my face, but I opened the door as wide as I could. I stepped in. And then I stepped on something. It was dark. I couldn't figure out what it was. So I lit a match. There, on the floor, were the white bones of a skeleton. And beside them, long golden strands of hair. And then I knew. My heart was beating a mile a minute as I stole back to the stage. I got there and I started for the footlights. Suddenly I looked up. The master curtain was crashing down on me. I jumped back.
Got away just in time, didn't you, Schwartz?
Huh?
Too bad.
Florence, where are you?
You can't see me, Schwartz, but I can see you. I'm up here in the fly gallery in the shadows. But you're well lighted by that work light. Make a very good target down there. I wouldn't do that, Schwartz. If you make one move to put out the light or get away, I'll cut these counterweights and you'll be smashed to nothing.
You killed Laverne, didn't you, Florence? You killed her and then you closed your theater and locked it up so she'd never be found. No wonder you wouldn't rent.
And what are you going to do about it, Mr. Schwartz? You don't have much of a chance, do you? No, there's no way off the stage, is there?
Well, I can get out the wings, Florence.
It's a long walk, my friend. And before you make it, I'll drop these sandbags on you.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe in a minute or two I'll make a dash. Maybe I'll be faster than you will. Then what, Florence? Then you'll fry for killing that girl.
She had it coming. And so have you, my friend, for being a meddler. And you're going to get it. I'm cutting the weights loose now.
No, don't do that, please, will you? Oh, that's a long way to fall. And an awful way to die. Even for you, Florence. Well, there's the story. And if you don't believe it, there's nothing I can do. Florence was leaning over, cutting those ropes, and the guardrail in that old theater gave away. And it was curtains for him. Well, I hope I entertained you. And, by the way, if you happen to need any ties, I got a nice new line in. I hope you won't think it's sacrilegious, but these ties, and they come in all colors, they got a girl's picture on them. That's a cute idea, huh? I call it the Laverne tie. So don't forget, look me up. I got a little stand in Rosenblatt's department store. You can't miss it. Right in the bargain basement.
Roma Wines have brought you Lloyd Nolan, as star of 19 Deacon Street. Tonight's study in Suspense.
This is Truman Bradley for Roma Wines, the sponsor of Suspense. Welcoming guests with Roma California Sherry is becoming an American custom, says famed hostess Elsa Maxwell. Glorious gold and amber Roma Sherry, served cool, is a delicious appetizer before the meal, the perfect first call for dinner. Delightful later in the evening, too. Roma Sherry is a happy, mellow wine with natural fragrance. Cream-rich with natural grape sugar sweetness and nut-like taste. If you prefer a real dry sherry, get Roma Pale Dry Sherry. Like all Roma California wines, Roma Sherries are true wines, always unvaryingly good. You can now enjoy the taste luxury of Roma wines at the lowest prices in years, at savings as much as 1/4. Grown from choice grapes, unhurriedly perfected by age-old skill. Bottled at Roma wineries in California's choicest vineyards. Get your favorite Roma wines now for holiday entertaining. Insist on Roma wines. Roma wines offer you so much for so little. That's Roma, R-O-M-A, Roma wines.
Lloyd Nolan appeared through the courtesy of 20th Century Fox Film Corporation and can now be seen in their production, The House on 92nd Street. Next Thursday, Roma Wines bring you Miss Nancy Kelly in Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrill.
Presented by Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System. Now, Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. Roma Wines present
Suspense. Tonight, Roma Wines bring you Mr. Alan Hale as star of The Leading Citizen of Pratt County, a suspense play produced, edited, and directed for Roma Wines by William Spear.
Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills, is presented for your enjoyment by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Those excellent California wines that can add so much pleasantness to the way you live, to your happiness in entertaining guests, to your enjoyment of everyday meals. Yes, right now a glassful would be very pleasant as Roma Wines bring you Alan Hale in a remarkable tale of
Suspense.
I'm an old man now, and I'm afraid I'm not a very good old man. In fact, by every conceivable standard, I am a thoroughly bad old man. Not that such a thing is known or even suspected in Pratt County. To the contrary, here it is the universal and unshakable opinion that I combine the wisdom of Solomon with the virtues of the 12 apostles. But since I now have every reason to believe that I must shortly shuffle off this mortal coil, both honor and what I freely confess to be a perverted sense of humor impel me to expose this pleasant notion for the outrageous fraud that it is. And so it happens that I hereby leave to my heirs and assigns this true account of how I became the leading citizen of Pratt County. It was some 20 years ago that I first found myself driving through this part of the country with an associate of mine after the completion of a fairly successful operation on the West Coast, which necessitated our speedy trip east. We had been driving along the banks of a lovely stream across a grassy plateau known in some western states as a park, and we're heading toward a lush and fertile valley of farmland that could be seen some miles below. But for some unaccountable reason, the intervening area was the hottest, the dustiest, the most desolate and altogether poisonous strip of country it has ever been my misfortune to encounter. And right in the middle of this desert was I use the word loosely, a town. And it was right on the outskirts of this town that my partner at last forced me to divulge certain unfortunate facts that were destined to alter the entire direction of my life.
Why, you crook. You dirty, lousy old crook.
Now, Harry, how was I to know the horse would lose?
You knew that half the dough was mine, didn't you? You knew that much.
But I thought I was doing you a favor, Harry. I had the most positive assurances that horse...
Our whole take lost. 6 months' work. Every dime we made on that oil stock racket. And now you tell me. Now, 1,000 miles from civilization in the middle of a dust bowl somewhere.
Oh, I'm sorry, Harry. I'm truly sorry. And I give you my solemn promise that such a thing will never happen again. Why, that
You
horse...
bet your life it won't, because you and me are through. As of now. Through. Finished. Washed up.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Harry. Let's not be hasty.
You heard me? Out.
Just a moment. By what right do you presume?
By this right.
Oh.
And here's your suitcase. And I wish you all a tough luck in the world. Goodbye.
My gracious, what happened? Are you all right?
Oh.
Here, help me with him, Ma.
Yes, of course.
Help with him. Why, that poor feller's about all in.
We better take him inside. He ought to lay down for a spell.
Brush him off here. Say, can you make it straight?
Well, yes, thank you. You're very kind.
Oh, that's all right. It's a pleasure. Well, you're the first stranger to stop off here in Prattsville since about 1929.
You able to walk all right?
Oh, yes, thank you.
That's it. Oh, my gracious, what in the world ever happened?
Oh, young scoundrel, hitchhiker. Picked him up a few miles back, and the next thing I knew, he assaulted me, took my money, and made off with my car.
Well, I declare. Come on into the house.
Yes.
Well, yes, you see, it's not that I care about the money, and the car is heavily insured. Of course, it's the inconvenience. I suppose that I shall have to stay over somewhere until my my agent can send me funds.
Now, don't you give it another thought. You can stay right here with us just as long as you have a mind to. You can have this very room, Sonny's room.
Well, Sonny will be coming home any day now, though, Ma, you know.
Then he can have the spare room. Sonny's our boy. He's up at State University, see? Here's his picture with the swimming team. He's
That's it.
captain of
He's
it.
the captain.
And here he is with the lacrosse team. And,
Yes,
and
yes.
here
Well,
he is with
believe me, I am deeply grateful for your hospitality, but I'm afraid the air here wouldn't agree with my constitution, heart, you know.
Now, don't you worry none about the air.
no.
Of course, it is a little hot and dusty this time of the year, but it won't hurt you none.
Other times of year, it's different, eh?
Mm-hmm. The rainy season. Gets real muddy there.
Yeah, well, I see how it would.
Well, there's a funny thing about this town, though. They do say that when it was first settled, it was one of the prettiest little places you could find in the whole state. Of course, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it must have been.
You come down through the park, didn't you? Well, of course you did. You notice that fine-looking river flowing alongside the road? Well, sir, that river used to flow right through the center of town.
That's right.
You can still see where it did. And then about, 80, 90 years ago, there was a trembler or something way up in the mountains, and a big hole opened up in the ground, and that river just dropped plumb out of sight, right on the edge of the park.
Is that?
Yeah. She don't come out of the ground again now until clear down the valley. It's about 10 miles away. That's why it's so dry up here, you see.
Well, you don't say.
Yeah. A few years back, there was talk about the WPA closing up that hole so the river would run right through the town again. Oh, I tell you, folks here got pretty excited about it, even offered to put up half the money. And they raised it, too, they did.
They did, eh?
Yes.
They raised the money?
That's right.
Oh, there's folks around here got money all right when they got a mind to let loose of it.
Oh, I see. And would it be too much to ask how much they raised?
Oh, come to pretty near $50,000, the town share of it.
Well.
But then some feller come up from Washington to look things over, and he said if we closed up the hole, it'd dry up the valley down below and ruin all the farmers down there. So then, of course, we just had to give up the whole idea.
Well, now, that is interesting. Most interesting, Mr.
Neff. Woodrow Neff. Yeah. Of course, this is Mrs. Neff here.
Yes.
A great pleasure, Mr. Neff. Mrs. Neff.
Thank you.
My name is Witherspoon. Alonzo P. Witherspoon. Professor Witherspoon.
A professor? My, wait till Sonny hears we got a real professor in the house.
Yes. As I say, Mr. Neff, this is most interesting, particularly interesting to me, as it happens that I am a professor of geology, and in that capacity I serve as technical advisor to Senator Cotton of the Committee of National Parks and Monuments and Subterranean Waterways. You've heard of Senator Cotton, of course.
Why, sure. Well, say, maybe you've already heard of this river of ours. Green River, it's called.
Precisely what I was coming to, Mr. Neff. As you were speaking, I began to remember the discussions we had had in committee. It was some years ago, wasn't it?
1936, wasn't it, Pa?
Summer of 36 was when the feller come out here.
Exactly. And I remember telling Senator Cotton at the time that we must look into the whole project again, when the sedimentary substrata had been given time to settle. Then, of course, it was forgotten in the press of other matters. You know how those things are in Washington. And now, by the merest chance, I am given the perfect opportunity of examining Green River for myself. Oh, it's an ill wind that blows nobody good, eh, Mr. Neff?
Well, say, now you will have to stay with us a while.
Yes, Mr. Neff. I think I must. I really think I must.
For Suspense, Roma Wines are bringing you as star Alan Hale in The Leading Citizen of Pratt County, a radio play by Robert Richards. Roma Wines' presentation tonight in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Between the acts of Suspense, this is Truman Bradley for Roma Wines. One of the best-natured men I know has a knack for enjoying life's leisure moments. He's a hard worker on the job, but when he comes home, he and his wife make a ritual of a quiet, companionable chat and a glass or two of delightful Roma California sherry before dinner. Millions of other men look forward daily to such a welcome with Roma sherry. For millions of wives have made golden amber Roma sherry America's favorite first call to dinner. Yes, Roma sherry, with its mellow, inviting, nut-like taste, makes mealtime more welcome, helps you appreciate more keenly the good food to come. Enjoy the tempting fragrance and satisfying taste luxury of Roma sherry yourself. Make glorious Roma sherry your first call to dinner, as I do. If friends drop in later on, greet them graciously with Roma sherry, the keynote of friendly hospitality. Best of all, Roma, America's favorite wine costs no more than ordinary wines. So tomorrow, insist on Roma, R-O-M-A, Roma wine. Remember, more Americans enjoy Roma than any other wine.
And now, Roma Wines bring back to our Hollywood soundstage Alan Hale as Professor Alonzo P. Witherspoon in The Leading Citizen of Pratt County. A tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
And thus in bonnie Prattville, I became a professor of astrology, geology, and advisor to a senator whom I had never met, and a Senate committee of which I was not even sure existing. Of course, at first I had no way of knowing whether this pitch, as we call it in the trade, was merely good for the cashing of a modest check on one of my many non-existent accounts, or whether it could be run up into something really big. But as a firm believer in aiming always at the maximum objective, I made my plans accordingly. And that night, with the aid of certain gadgets I never permit myself to be without, I wrote myself a couple of checks on the Federal Treasury, contrived some quite impressive-looking business cards, and was ready to go to work. And then, Sonny arrived.
That's right, Sonny. Professor Alonzo P. Witherspoon. And he's staying right here with us. Come on now, I'll introduce you to him.
A professor from Washington? Wow.
Oh, I knew at a glance that Sonny would be troublesome. He was a student at the State University, and his education had progressed just sufficiently to fill him with a lot of bright ideas, but not enough to acquaint him with the worldly advantages of a good, sound, dishonest proposition. In other words, Sonny was smart and could not be had.
Gee, Professor, Pop tells me maybe you're going to put old Prattsville on the map.
Possibly. Certainly worth trying, eh, my boy?
You bet. You know, I've been thinking along those very same lines myself lately.
Hmm?
After all, what's Colorado Springs got, or Tucson, Arizona, or any of those places that we haven't got right here in Prattsville? We got the altitude, the sunshine. All we need is water, and they can do terrific things with irrigation nowadays.
Precisely, my boy. Precisely what I've always told Senator Cotton.
And you really know Senator Cotton? I mean, that well?
Oh, yes, intimately. I might say that we're very close.
Gee, I was reading something about him just the other day. But say, you're really sure something can be done without drying up the valley? It'd be terrible for those farmers down there if their water was cut off.
Sonny's got a girl down there. That's the reason he's so worried. I guess the professor knows his business a little better than we do, Sonny.
Oh, sure, I know. Say, you must know Dr. Hawks, up at State U. He's a geologist, too.
Ah, Hawks? Let me see.
You must know him. John Lyman Hawks.
Oh, of course. John Lyman Hawks. Yes.
Gee, I'll bet he'll be excited when he knows you're here. He's supposed to be quite an authority on this part of the country, you know.
Yes. But I wouldn't trouble Dr. Hawks about this just yet. Not until we're a little more sure of our ground.
Well, sure, of course.
Oh, now, Sonny. The professor hasn't got all day to stand around here talking to you. He's got to go down to the bank and see Henry Wink.
Oh, sure, but... Gee, I sure want to talk to you some more about all this, Professor. This thing can be terrific.
Oh, it will be terrific, all right, my boy. You don't know the half of it. You can see what I mean about Sonny. Now, Henry Wank, on the other hand, was quite another proposition. He was and still is the town's mayor, only banker, and chief real estate owner. And the answer to a confidence man's prayer. Because he was always so busy thinking what a smart crook he was that it never occurred to him that he might be dealing with someone who was even smarter and crookeder. Mr. Wink had larceny in his heart, and I knew we were going to do business.
Well, what's your proposition?
Well, it's always refreshing to meet a man with whom one can get right down to business.
All right, let's get down to it.
Very well. You know, of course, Mr. Wink, that if this Green River project goes through, and if we do run the river through town, real estate values here will skyrocket. And when they do, somebody is going to make an awful lot of money.
Yeah, meaning mostly me, that's right. Well, what about it?
Well, now let me ask you something. About these farmers in the valley, if their water were cut off, if they were, inconvenienced...
They'd been more than inconvenienced. They'd be finished, and you know it.
Yes, but how much would you be concerned, financially, I mean?
Well, I'd be sorry to see it happen. But financially, it wouldn't worry me a bit.
I see.
The courier quoted you as saying that wouldn't happen. That we could have our river and the farmers would get their water just the same.
You know how inaccurate the newspapers are, Mr. Wink.
No, then it would happen.
Mr. Wink, have you ever stopped to consider how much you personally would make if this did go through?
Oh, well, I'd say it could run up to 3 or 4 million in time.
Well, you can sometimes get things done in Washington.
Aha, I knew you had a proposition.
You realize, of course, Mr. Wink, that I'm an essential factor in this whole thing. You just can't send anybody to Washington on a thing like this. You have to have someone who is in on the inside, who enjoys the complete confidence of the right people.
I know all about that. I just want to know how you get yours.
By the very simple expedient of becoming your partner, Mr. Wink, in a small way.
Yeah. How small?
Well, I have here a government check for $2,500. I suggest we form a little syndicate. I think this check should entitle me to a modest share of, say, 5%.
Then you figure the whole thing can be swung for $50,000.
Approximately. Can you raise the money?
Well, it's a lot, but I can get it. We'd better put this in writing.
Oh, now, really, Mr. Wink. One hardly puts things of this nature in writing.
Then how do I know you'll come through with your end?
Well, you have my check. I'll endorse it to you. You hold it. Any investigation of how a man in my position happened to be giving you $2,500 would be seriously embarrassing for me.
Yes, it sure would, at that.
One more thing, Mr. Wink. You understand that all of this must be kept in the strictest confidence, and all transactions will have to be in cash.
Don't you worry about what I understand. I wasn't born yesterday, neither.
The technique is scarcely new, but almost invariably successful. The victim is made to feel that he is the chief conspirator, and his own dishonesty and greed accomplishes the rest. So with Henry Wink. Next afternoon, for the sake of appearances, Mr. Wink and I headed a small group to look over once again the crucial spot where Green River dips into the earth to begin its subterranean wanderings, and once again I clambered down over the mass of rocks to a little ledge some 20 feet above the water.
Now, look down there, Professor. You see, it falls into that big pool down there, and then it just disappears.
Yes. Excellent possibilities. Excellent.
There, you see, gentlemen? The professor figures to begin the concrete work just about here.
The trap was baited, set, and ready to be sprung. All seemed for the best in this best of all possible worlds. Well, good evening, sonny lad.
Huh? Hello, Professor.
What's the matter, my boy? You have a spat with that young lady of yours?
No, nothing's the matter. Well, how are things?
Well, things are definitely progressing. And that reminds me, I shall be leaving you soon, within the next day or so.
What? You leaving, Professor?
Oh, just for a short time. Have to get things started in Washington, you know. Have a talk with Senator Cotton and so on.
Well, but you will be coming back.
Oh, by all means.
Say, Professor Witherspoon.
Yes, my boy?
Well, look, I'm going down to see Jane Osterman and her mother for a little while this evening. Seeing you may not have another chance to meet him for a while, why don't you come along?
Well,
Jane's his girl. But the professor don't want to go traipsing way down in the valley tonight, Sonny.
Well, why not? He's never even seen the valley. I think before he goes to Washington, he ought to see it.
I didn't want to go, of course. But every instinct told me that there was something in the wind and that I should. Contrary to my expectation, however, the evening was a quiet one, and indeed a most pleasant surprise. Jane Osterman turned out to be a very charming little thing, and her mother was a most attractive and, in fact, an altogether stunning woman. And it was with genuine regret that I found myself at last standing on their veranda under a brilliant moon, saying goodbye.
It's been grand, Professor. I do hope you'll drop in on us again before you come back.
My dear lady, wild horses couldn't keep me away.
Oh, that's a promise, then. Good night.
Good night, my dear.
Well, what do you think of them, Professor?
They're charming people, my boy, charming people.
And isn't Mrs. Osterman nice?
Nice is hardly the word. In fact, I'm quite smitten.
Yeah, it'd be terrible if anything was to happen to people like that. I mean, this whole valley, they're all like that. I mean, if anything was to happen to hurt them...
Why, Sonny, what have you got on your mind?
Oh, heck, I have something on my mind, Professor, and I just thought if you could see these people, like the Ostermans, you'd understand better how I feel.
All right, my boy. Out with it. What is it?
Well, I just remembered today what it was I saw about Senator Cotton.
Senator Cotton?
Yeah, in Time magazine. He's just been indicted for graft.
He's been indicted. Senator Cotton? Indicted?
Yeah, some sort of land grab scandal.
Why, I can't believe it. There must be some mistake.
No, it's true, all right.
So that's it. Oh, but surely, my boy, you don't think that I'm involved in anything like that?
Oh, no, of course I don't. I couldn't, but, well, don't you see? I thought he might be fooling you somewhere.
I see. I see.
If there was something wrong, if something did happen to all these people in the valley, well, it'd be terrible.
Yeah, well, I'd better get off a telegram to Washington right away.
Oh, look, Professor, I've got a telegram here in my pocket.
You have?
To Dr. Hawks up at the university. I want him to come down here.
Oh.
Oh, it's not that I don't trust you, but, well, two heads are always better than one. And if he says it's all right, then I'll know.
Yeah, but you haven't sent this telegram yet.
Well, I was going to, but, well, I didn't think it'd be fair without telling you. Oh, you do understand, don't you?
Of course, my boy.
Oh, is that a weight off my mind?
But I think I have even a better idea. Look, why don't you and I, first thing tomorrow, get in the car and drive up to the university and bring Dr. Hawks back with us? That way we could explain the whole situation to him.
Gee, that is an idea. If you ask him, he'd be sure to come. Ah, gee, Professor, you're sure a wonderful guy.
And you won't even have to bother with that telegram. We'll just tear it up. I had grown quite fond of Sonny, but when it's a matter of $50,000, particularly to one of my advancing years, sentiment must yield to necessity. And so, when Sonny and I started out in the family car next morning, I had my plans prepared. I also had the $50,000 in cash.
We ought to be there sometime this afternoon. It's only about 300 miles.
Splendid. Well, look here. We're right about to go past the place where Green River goes underground, aren't we?
Uh-huh.
Well, why don't we stop a moment? You know, there's a couple of things that you really ought to see for yourself before we talk to Dr. Hawks. That's John Lyman Hawks, that is.
Well, all right.
I may be able to prove to you right here on this spot that the old professor's ideas aren't quite so wild-eyed as you may suppose.
Ah, Professor, you know I don't think that.
Oh, just joking, my boy, just joking. Come along. Now, careful climbing down over those rocks. They're a bit treacherous, you know.
Yeah, I'll be careful.
Well, there we are. Now, come out to this little ledge. You see, plenty of water here. Perhaps we wouldn't need to divert it all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, notice the formation of this rock, typical of the Neo-Pleistocene period, and a marked tendency to form vast caverns with underground springs.
Oh, you mean you've got some idea about there being caves under there?
Well, yes, that is in a way. That's exactly it. Just step a little closer to the edge. Shine your flashlight down there. I wouldn't be surprised if you could see the beginnings of some quite extensive carnivorous formations even from here.
Yeah, I see. Gee, maybe if there wasn't so much water, people could even go down there and explore.
The rock was quite slippery. And he was very near the edge when I slipped against him. I saw his flashlight bobbing for a moment in the dark pool below, and then the current swept it on, and it was gone. It was with a heavy heart and all possible speed that I headed for the Mexican border. I was on the main highway, booming along, and just coming out into the valley, when I saw the thing that spelled my doom. For there, dead ahead, were two police cars and a group of men standing in the middle of the road. And most prominent among them, dripping wet and wildly waving his arms, was Sonny.
There he is. He's the one I was telling you about.
Yes,
Are you Professor Witherspoon?
Yes.
We got a young fella here who'd like to talk.
Well, I haven't any time now to
this
talk.
way
I mean,
after what you said about the caves.
What cave?
When I slipped and fell in, gee, I was scared for a minute.
Well, when I...
But you must have known it all the time, didn't you?
Known? Known what?
About the caves. And boy, what caves.
Yeah.
You know, I'm quite a swimmer, and
Oh, really?
I had my flashlight, and I just went along with the current all the way down and came out the other end here. And what I saw, boy, were you ever right.
Was
Talk
I?
about your mammoth cave of Kentucky.
Yeah.
Well, gosh, once we've diverted some of the river out of there, boats could go all the way down.
Well, that's what I was
With
telling you before.
Hemingway's money, we could put in lights and everything.
big lights,
People would
yes.
come from all over the country.
Of course.
Honestly, they're one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Well, we might
they're
find another
terrific.
one.
Well, gee whiz, aren't you excited?
Excited? My boy, I think I'm going to faint. And so, if you have ever been in this part of the country, you will surely have heard of the marvelous underground river of Pratt, a source of endless delight to tourists and a very substantial revenue to our citizens, and our famous falls, Pratt Falls. And now Prattsville not only enjoys the wonders of irrigation, but of innumerable hot dog stands, motels, gambling casinos, and all the other adjuncts of those noisome communities known as resorts. As for myself, I am the general manager of the caverns at a very handsome stipend and have been living for many years in solid and respectable domesticity with the former widow Osterman. What I have done is really nothing. Really nothing. It's no more than any public-spirited man would have done, but I must confess that, call it vanity, if you will, it is a source of enormous and constant enjoyment to me whenever I am proudly pointed out to the admiring newcomers as the leading citizen of Pratt County.
Suspense.
Presented by Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, made in California for enjoyment throughout the world. Before we hear again from Alan Hale, the star of the leading citizen of Pratt County, tonight's suspense play, this is Truman Bradley for Roma Wines. When the butcher can't help you, and you come home with ground beef instead of that choice, juicy steak you'd ordered, here's a sure way to save the day. Join the millions of clever homemakers who've discovered that serving delicious Roma California Burgundy makes even plain hamburger a meal to remember. Yes, your simple meals will delight the most particular palates when served with red, robust Roma Burgundy. For Roma Burgundy brings out subtle, hidden food flavors usually lost to the taste. Yet Roma, the nation's favorite wine, costs no more than ordinary wines. When you shop tomorrow, insist on Roma, R-O-M-A, Roma Wines, America's first choice. And remember, to make a bridal shower or wedding reception truly memorable, serve pale gold, sprightly, dry Roma California champagne. And for the bridal couple, Roma champagne makes the perfect going-away gift.
Friends, this is Alan Hale. Well, it's been a real pleasure to appear on Suspense, a long-time favorite of mine. And I'm sure you won't want to miss next Thursday's show, when that fine actor, Mr. Robert Young, will star in a suspense play about a man who wakes up one morning to find that he has lost track of several months, and that the room in which he finds himself is a cell in an insane asylum. I know you'll be listening. I will. Thank you.
Alan Hale appeared through the courtesy of Warner Brothers, producers of Night and Day. Next Thursday, same time, Roma Wines will bring you Robert Young as star of Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills.
Produced by William Spear for the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California. Here is a message from your government. Millions of men, women, and children in Europe and Asia today face starvation. America, the best-fed nation in the world, can relieve this crisis by making available to foreign purchases increased amounts of wheat, rice, fats, and oils. You can help vitally. Eat more of the plentiful foods. Don't waste food. Turn in all used fats. And give in money or canned goods, but preferably in money, to your local emergency food collection. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
And now, Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, Roma Wines present Suspense.
Tonight, Roma Wines bring you Robert Taylor in The House in Cypress Canyon, a suspense play produced, edited, and directed for Roma Wines by William Spear.
Suspense, radio's outstanding theater of thrills, is presented for your enjoyment by Roma Wines. That's R-O-M-A, Roma Wines. Those better-tasting California wines enjoyed by more Americans than any other wine. For friendly entertaining, for delightful dining. Yes, right now, a glassful would be very pleasant, as Roma Wines bring you Robert Taylor, star of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer's Undercurrent, in a remarkable tale of suspense. Merry Christmas, Jerry. How's the real estate business?
Kind of early with your greeting, aren't you, Sam?
Well, I got to get them in sometime. I may not see you again until next Christmas.
If this real estate racket gets any crazy, I'll be dead by next Christmas. I'm glad you could get up here, though, Sam.
What's on your mind, Jerry?
You'll probably shoot me when you hear it, Sam, because I'm probably nuts. But doggone it, you're a detective and you're my pal, and I just had to tell somebody.
Well, you sound like it's serious.
That's just it. I don't know what it is, Sam, but... Now, listen, you know we're agents for a group of houses up in Cypress Canyon. Mm-hmm. Those places that were started before the war, never got finished.
Oh, yeah.
All they got in were the foundations, just concrete and a couple of beams. Well, they've been finished now. In fact, I'm putting up the for rent on the last of them today.
Well, what do you want? Police protection from the mob?
Listen, Sam, this house that I'm talking about, it's got a number now, 2256. But before, when the men went back to work on it about 3 months ago, well, they just started when the foreman on the job brought me a shoebox that he'd found up on a beam. And this box had what do you call it, a manuscript in it, a story, kind of, all written out.
Yeah.
Well, he gave me the thing. I read it. I didn't think much about it. I put it in my desk. But the other day, and I happened to drive by there, I saw the number on the house and what the house looked like. I thought of this manuscript. Well, I don't like it, that's all. There's something funny about it.
What's funny about it?
Well, mind you, this thing was found in an unfinished house in Cypress Canyon. House that was only just started building.
All right.
Well, listen, Sam, I want to read it to you if you got the time, and you'll see what I mean.
All right, shoot.
Well, here's how it begins. To whom it may concern, my reasons for setting down on paper what follows here will be abundantly
clear to anyone into whose possession it may fall. First, let me say that I'm a very ordinary person. My name is James A. Woods. I'm 35 years old. By profession, a chemical engineer. My wife, Ellen, was a school teacher when I met and married her in Indiana 7 years ago. There's nothing in the past life of either one of us to suggest remotely any cause or reason for the dreadful thing that has invaded our lives. Our married life has been in no way different from that of millions of other average, reasonably happy, and congenial families. 3 months ago, I was ordered by my firm to take charge of a rather minor project in Los Angeles, Hollywood to be exact. The order was a sudden one. There'd been no time to secure accommodations, and conditions being what they are, the inevitable result was that until day before yesterday, we'd been living in the cramped quarters of one of those characteristic California motels. Needless to say, most of our spare time had been devoted to a search for something more permanent and comfortable, but the fruits of these efforts had been, financially and in every other way, a geometrical progression of discouragement. Until last Saturday afternoon, only 4 days before Christmas. We were driving into town on our way to a movie when Ellen saw it.
Jim, look.
What?
That sign in front of that real estate office.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
Don't you see what it says? For rent, furnished, 2-bedroom house, close in, immediate occupancy.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Aren't you going to stop?
Oh, Ellen, you know what a sign like that. It'd mean right out in plain sight in front of a real estate office.
Oh, yeah, but Jim...
Either they want $600 a month...
We'll never know until we ask.
And if it's any good at all, there are probably 50 people fighting for it right back there now.
Well, honey, there's no harm in trying now, is there?
You really want to go back?
Oh, it's probably foolish, but what can we lose?
Okay.
Oh, darling, come on, cheer up. How do you know? Maybe our luck's changed. Maybe fate's going to give us a nice new house for a Christmas present.
sorry to bother you, but we just happened to see that for rent sign outside.
Oh,
and,
yeah, I hung it outside just this minute.
Is the house available?
Why, sure it is.
Let me introduce myself. My name is James A. Woods, and this is my wife, Ellen.
How to do? Wow. Looks like it's fixing to rain.
Yes, so it does, doesn't it? Well, it was one of those things. The real estate agent had just been authorized to rent the place by mail that morning, and he'd hardly had time to look at it himself and put up his sign when we drove up. It was just an ordinary little California house about halfway up Cypress Canyon, number 2256. Just an ordinary, undistinguished little house. The agent didn't know much about it. Construction on it had been stopped by the war, and it had just been completed and furnished lately. Been vacant while somebody's estate was being settled, and now it was owned by a bank in Sacramento. Of course, we didn't
Got
care
this
about
key
all
in the
that.
mail along with the authorization to rent. Only one there is. Of course, you can have duplicates made. Yeah, seems to stick a little. Oh, no, there it is.
Doesn't sound as though that door had ever been opened.
Well, a little oil on the hinges will fix that, all right.
Oh, sure.
Now here's your living room. Furniture's a little dusty, of course. You got to expect that. It's good furniture, though, you see? Benson Brothers.
Yes,
Now, over here's a little den. Panel, you see? Radio, fireplace. Really a very attractive little room, particularly for a man.
Yep.
Now, the bedroom's off the living room here. Everything's all on one floor, you understand? It's quite nice, I think.
Yes.
You can see you get the morning sun here. There's a view of the canyon through these front windows. You got cross ventilation.
That's about all there was to it. Wasn't the best place in the world. It was small and badly built, but what would you have done? We took it with as little inspection as that. It was the Saturday before Christmas. And the very same evening, we were struggling up the steps from the road with suitcases and boxes and armloads of clothes and all the endless bric-a-brac that people collect and never know they have until they move. Ellen began unpacking, and I began moving things around and taking the worst of the pictures off the wall, doing all the little things that everybody does when they move into a new place and try to give it something of their own
Don't be
personality.
such a sour puss. You know, it's a roof over our heads for Christmas. That's more than we ever thought we'd get, isn't it? Now, what in the world are we going to do with those two pictures?
Why don't we just leave them where they are?
Jim, we can't. They're too awful.
Well, all right, put them in the closet then.
I can't. Both the closets are jammed full.
No, I mean the other one in the little alcove off the den. At least there's a door there. I suppose it's a closet. I don't know.
If that isn't a commentary on the housing problem, huh? A woman moving into a house without even knowing where all the closets are. Take the pictures down, will you, honey? Bring them in here.
Okay.
Guess you'll have to help me with this door. I can't get it open.
Let me see it. Well, of course you can't, silly. It's locked. Where are those keys we found on the desk?
Here they are.
No, not this one. Sure, this one won't work. No. Feels like an awful solid door for a closet.
Oh, and that's one solid door in the house.
No, this one won't do it either. Well, we'll just have to get a locksmith up here on Monday. I'll put the pictures behind the desk, okay?
Yeah, all right. Jim, if you could just help me move this armchair, huh?
Oh, Ellen, will you let it go until tomorrow? You know what time it is?
Oh, but, honey, I'd like to get the place looking just a
Yeah,
little
but it's
bit.
almost midnight. In fact, it's exactly...
What was that?
Tomcat, I guess, out in the brush somewhere.
Sounded near. Oh, hope that doesn't go on all night.
Well, there's much we can do about it. Come on, Ellen. I'm dead tired.
All right, Jim, all right.
Where'd you put the toothpaste, honey?
It's right in the medicine cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
Jim, we ought to get some firewood tomorrow. You know, a fire in that living room would make all the difference in the world.
Can't. Sunday.
Well, Monday then. Jim, I think red curtains are what we need, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, just at least for the living room. Anyway, the ones in there now have just got to come down.
Yeah, I suppose they do.
What do you think of red?
Well, I guess it's all...
Jim.
It's some tomcat.
Jim, it sounded in the house.
Oh, now, how could it be in the house, Ellen? We've been over every inch of the house.
Except the closet.
Now, how could a cat or anything else be in a closet that's been locked up for over a year?
I don't don't know.
It's probably under the house. A wildcat or mountain lion or something. I hear they have them in California.
Jim, I don't like
Well,
it.
neither do I like it, but there's nothing we can do about it tonight.
Well, maybe we ought to call somebody, the police or some
don't
neighbor.
be silly, Ellen. You act like a kid. Come on, let's go to bed, huh?
All right, I suppose it is silly. Jimmy, did you lock the door?
Yeah. Can I turn out the lights now?
Yeah. All right.
Good night, Ellen. Sleep tight.
Good night, Jim.
I don't know what time it was, perhaps an hour, perhaps only a half hour later. My mind was in that hazy borderland between sleep and a dream that's still part of consciousness. Then I was awake. Ellen, are you all right?
Yes.
Did you have a nightmare or something?
No. I heard it, too.
Well, that didn't sound like any cat.
Put on the light.
Yeah.
It seemed to be out there, Jim, in the house somewhere.
I'm going to look into this.
Jim, you be careful.
Come on. Where's my shotgun?
In the den, I think. Jim.
What?
There's something wet
What? Wet?
running from under the closet door. Sticky.
Ellen, don't touch it.
I had to. Jim, it's blood.
For Suspense, Roma Wines are bringing you Robert Taylor in The House in Cypress Canyon. Roma Wines' presentation tonight in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Between the acts of Suspense, this is Ken Niles for Roma Wines. These days before Christmas are busy ones indeed, yet smart hostesses everywhere find time for shopping and distinguished home entertaining later. The secret? Magnificent Grand Estate wines. Presented by Roma, America's greatest vintner, Grand Estate wines add distinction to your hospitality on a moment's notice. Make your holiday welcome, effortless, and in perfect taste. The brilliant clarity, full fragrance, and mellow taste of Grand Estate wines please discriminating people everywhere. For Grand Estate wines, limited bottlings by Roma, are born of choicest grapes, then patiently guided to superb taste richness by Roma vintner skill, necessary time, and America's finest winemaking resources. Delight your guests with Grand Estate California wines. For entertaining, medium sherry, ruby port, or golden muscatel. For dining, Burgundy or Sauterne. So insist on Grand Estate wines and enjoy the crowning achievement of vintner skill.
And now, Roma Wines bring back to our Hollywood soundstage Robert Taylor as James A. Woods, with Kathy Lewis as his wife Ellen, in The House in Cypress Canyon. A tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
It cannot be too difficult to understand from the foregoing why I've taken the pains to set down in writing the events related here. To find in one's newly rented house a closet which cannot be opened is in itself certainly no great cause for alarm. But to be awakened in the stillness of the night by unearthly cries within that house, to find oozing from under that closet door something that is unquestionably blood, that's another matter. Perhaps others might have been braver than we. Suffice it only to say that we got out of the house in something very close to a panic, and only returned when we had the moral support of two stalwart Los Angeles policemen.
You just moved in here, you say?
That's right, officer. You can see we're still unpacking.
And the place has been empty right along before that?
Yeah, I don't know much about that part of it. You could check all that with the real estate agent, though.
Well, where is this closet?
Oh, it's right in here, officer. And the blood is...
Where? Where's the blood?
Jim?
Officer, I swear to you, there was blood on the floor less than an hour ago. I saw it.
Uh-huh.
It was running out from under that door. We heard that noise, and we got up, and then we saw it. The door was locked.
Locked, huh?
Oh, no,
Well, it seems to be all right now.
Hey, you folks aren't trying to be funny, are you?
Isn't there anything in it?
No, ma'am, there is not.
Look, officer, we're reputable people. You can call my firm. They'll tell you all about me.
There's nothing wrong with this closet. Walls are solid. No trapdoors.
If you think I'm lying...
I didn't say that, mister. Oh, you probably did hear some sort of a noise, and you got a little panicky, and,
What about the blood? It got on my hand.
It isn't there now, is it?
Yes,
Where?
I feel it.
Now, you folks just take it easy. You know, you're liable to hear all kinds of noises up in these canyons at night. You're from the east, you say?
Yeah. I'm sorry, officer.
Ah, that's all right. That's all right. If you have any real trouble, call on us anytime.
All right.
Well, good night.
Good night.
Good night. Hey, you ought to have this door fixed. That's enough to scare you.
Yeah, we're going to have it fixed. We didn't say much about it after that. There wasn't much that could be said. The next day, I went down to a lot and bought a little Christmas tree and some trimmings, and we tried to pretend we were cheerful, but there was an uneasiness between us that had never been there before. Ellen seemed tired and listless. Several times during the day, I noticed her washing her hands with a brush, scrubbing the one that had touched the blood. That night, we each took a sleeping pill and went to bed. It was sometime after midnight when I was suddenly wide awake and staring into the darkness. In some way, I knew at once and instinctively what had awakened me. Ellen was not in her bed nor in the room. The nameless thing I feared gripped at my heart until I could scarcely breathe. I opened the bedroom door and started through the house, putting on every light that I could find. There was not much to search, but I searched thoroughly. The living room, the kitchen, bathroom, den, even the garage. And all the time, the dread of looking where I knew at last I must look. For I think I knew from the very first time where I'd find her. It must have been a full minute that I stood before that closet door. Then, I opened it. She stood there rigid, her arms at her sides, the fingers extended like claws. Her hair was over her face, her eyes stared out of it. Her lips were drawn back in a grin like an animal at bay. For a moment, I was frozen with the horror of it. I stretched out my hand. Very deliberately, she turned her head and sunk her teeth until they met into the flesh of my forearm. I'd raised my hand to strike at her, but already she'd relaxed her hold and gone utterly limp. She would have fallen unless I'd caught her. I carried her into the bedroom and laid her on the bed. Strangely, at that moment, my only thought was how I might revive her. Until I saw that it was not a faint, but a sleep that she'd fallen into. Sleep as deep and heavy as though she'd been drugged. And so I left her. But for me, that night, there was no sleep.
Jim?
Yes, Ellen?
What are you doing up so early?
Oh, I got a little restless. I'd make some coffee.
Oh. Oh. I had the most wonderful sleep. And I feel so rested.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Jim,
What?
what's the matter with your arm?
Oh, I just heard it.
Honey, it's terribly swollen. Let me see it.
No, it's all right, Ellen.
Oh, it isn't all right. You've got to see Dr. Wesley right away.
Sure, I will.
No,
I
now
will.
you promised me, Jim, that you'll go the first thing this morning. How'd it happen?
Why, there was a dog.
A dog?
Yeah, I heard him trying to chew through the screen door. I went out to chase him away, and he bit me.
Well, you mean there's all that racket and I didn't even wake up?
No, Ellen, you didn't even wake up. It was clear to me that Ellen knew nothing of what had transpired the night before. I went to my office that morning and made a pretense of going over routine business, if only to restore my mind to some semblance of calm by the sight and sound of common, familiar things. Pain in my arm had become a persistent, dull throbbing. I made a late appointment with Dr. Wesley. He treated my arm with something of an arched eyebrow, and he said,
Well, I've never seen anything quite like it before. That is such a rapid onset of infection.
It was dark when I left his office. I hadn't realized it was so late. Driving home, my car seemed sluggish until I saw the needle on the dashboard and realized that I was pushing it to the utmost of its speed. And I was racing home to prevent something before it was too late, before the darkness had conspired against me. For somehow I already knew with certainty that it was the darkness and the night that I had to fear. The curves of the canyon seemed endless. And then the cold fear leaped up inside me. My house, too, was dark. I went slowly up the stone steps from the road, looking, praying for some sign of light or life. There was none. The house was empty. Ellen was gone. I looked with the same self-torturing thoroughness, and in that closet first of all, knowing as I did so that it was hopeless. And so, alone in that empty house, I waited, powerless and helpless now, deadened in thought and will, empty as the house itself, save only for the overwhelming sense of a terrible foreboding. For some time in the early hours of the morning, I snapped on the radio, shortwave. Why? Surely a minor question now. I only know that I did. And then I heard it.
Car 58, car 58, go to Laurel Canyon, the 4000 block. A report that a man has been injured or attacked. Condition thought to be critical. Ambulance will follow. That is all.
I was there almost before the police, edging my way through the little crowd, staring down at the man lying there in his white uniform under the streetlight.
Yeah, the milkman, poor guy.
I heard him scream, but when I got here, he was just like this. There's
All
nothing
right,
on it.
stand back, stand back. Please stand back.
Well, you again.
I heard it on the radio. I lived just down the road.
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Well, take a look. Maybe you can tell us.
He was dead. And he was lying on his back. And his throat had been torn out, as though by the fangs of some wild animal. It is now Christmas Eve, or rather Christmas morning, for it's a little after midnight. I've been waiting here in the stillness of this empty house for nearly 24 hours, waiting for the end. Already once tonight I've heard that dreadful wailing cry somewhere in the hills. I've nailed up the closet door, but that I know is childish and useless. My arm is horribly swollen and turning black, but that's nothing. It's another end that I foresee, as surely as other men foresee the rising of the sun. I hear the cry again. It's nearer now. I shall leave these notes in a sealed envelope and put it in a shoebox, in the hope that someone will give credence to these dark and terrible events, if indeed such nameless horrors can ever yield to mortal understanding. As for myself, I feel no longer any fear or even sorrow, only a desire that the end and the thing that I must do may come soon. And it will be soon, I know. Yes, for there is someone at the door.
Someone at the door. What do you make of it, Sam?
It's quite a yarn. But what of it?
That's what I thought. Now, listen, that's not quite all of it. Clip to it's a newspaper clipping. Listen. Hollywood, December the 26th. Police reported what was apparently a case of murder and suicide in Cypress Canyon sometime in the early hours of the morning. The victims were James A. Woods, a chemical engineer, and his wife, Ellen. Preliminary investigation indicates that Mrs. Woods was killed by the blast of a shotgun in the hands of her husband, who then turned the weapon upon himself. That she fought desperately for her life, however, was evidenced by the disorder of the room and the severe lacerations inflicted upon her husband about the neck and arms. This is the second tragedy to be reported in Cypress Canyon within 24 hours. The other being the unexplained death of Frank Polanski, a milkman.
Well, no such murders or whatever they were ever occurred, if that's what's worrying you. The clipping, well, you have those things printed up, you know.
No, it's not that, Sam. That story was found in an unfinished house in Cypress Canyon. No number, no nothing, just a framework.
Uh-huh.
Now that house is finished. When I drove by it today, but that's what stopped me, Sam, because it all fits. Now that it's finished, it is the house in the story, the same construction, the same vines and creepers on the lawn, even the same number.
So what, a guy who knows roughly what this house is going to be like writes a yarn and loses it or something?
Did he know the place was going to be listed for rental today, the Saturday before Christmas?
Oh, Jerry, coincidence. 2 bits you find the guy next door is a ghost story writer or something, and he's been wondering for a year what happened to that thing he wrote.
Okay, coincidence. Well, I'm sorry I bothered you, Sam.
Don't be silly. I liked it. It's a good yarn. That the for rent sign you were talking about?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to put it up outside now.
Uh-huh. Well, so long, Jerry, and Merry Christmas again.
Yeah, well, thanks, Sam. I guess I was kind of silly, all right. Huh?
Listen, when a guy named, whatever it is, Woods, with a wife named Ellen comes in to rent that place from you, then you can start worrying.
Yeah. Well, so long, Sam.
So long, Jerry.
Come in.
Oh, we're sorry to bother you, but we just happened to see that for rent sign outside.
Well, yeah, I hung it out just this minute.
Is the house available?
Oh, sure it is.
Let me introduce myself. My name is James A. Woods, and this is my wife, Ellen.
How do? Wow. Looks like it's fixing to...
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Suspense. Presented by Roma Wines, R-O-M-A, Roma Wines, selected for your pleasure from the world's greatest reserves of fine wines. Tonight's show marks the 3rd birthday of Suspense on the air, and this is Ken Niles asking our star of the evening, Robert Taylor, to help us celebrate.
Why didn't you tell me before, Ken? If I'd only known, I'd have baked a cake.
Well, Bob, all Suspense parties are surprise parties. As an old hand on Suspense, you know that in our plays, the tables are usually turned on the star. So tonight, although it's our birthday, we're going to give you a present. Here it is, a gift basket of Grand Estate California wines from Roma, America's greatest vintner, to our distinguished anniversary guest, Robert Taylor.
Thanks, Ken. You turn a nice table.
And you can set a nice table with Grand Estate Burgundy in your basket, Bob. For Grand Estate Burgundy means rare dining pleasure, adds memorable distinction to holiday dinner. Even everyday meals are outstanding in taste when Grand Estate Burgundy is served. Yes, all Grand Estate wines presented by Roma are limited bottlings of outstanding taste excellence.
That I know about Grand Estate wines, Ken.
But did you know that for Grand Estate wines, Roma selects only the choicest grapes? Then the ancient skill of Roma master vintners, necessary time, and America's finest winemaking resources guide the cuvée of this grape treasure to rich taste luxury. That's why discriminating wine users everywhere look to Grand Estate wines as the crowning achievement of vintner skill.
Reason enough. And now, Ken, who's all set to star on Suspense next Thursday?
It's that very wonderful actress and wonderful girl, Miss Susan Peters. Susan will appear as a young lady in straitened circumstances who finds herself mistaken for a very rich young lady and who is forced into continuing the deception with murder as a result.
I'll certainly make it a point to listen. And before I go, I'd like to thank this really great company of actors who have played with me tonight, and particularly Kathy Lewis, who played Ellen.
Thank you, Bob.
Tonight's original Suspense play was written by Robert L. Richards. Next Thursday, same time, you will hear Miss Susan Peters as star of Suspense.
Produced by William Spear for the Roma Wine Company of Fresno, California. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Thank you.